Two names rich in history. Barton's, our family-run business with over 100 years of experience in drinks distribution, and Lancashire Cricket, a club drenched in tradition, heritage and globally recognised moments. Since 1917, Barton's has been supplying the finest wines, soft drinks and premium beverages across the UK, partnering with world-class brands to bring unforgettable experiences to every occasion. Now, we're excited to announce we will be bringing that same passion to cricket fans at Emirates Old Trafford. As the official wine, spirits and soft drinks partner of Lancashire Cricket, we're elevating matchday experiences, hospitality and celebrations across the next 3 years. From the first ball to the final cheers, Barton's is here to make every moment one to savour. Keep an eye out for some familiar brands such as Guinness, Celavino, VK Hooch and Britvic. Barton's and Lancashire Cricket, partnership built on passion, unforgettable moments and history.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary.
Welcome to the opening day. Oh, that is a wonderful shot.
This is a call for hungry dreamers and hard-working self-believers. Success is down to more than just luck and talent. It's striving to be the best, breaking the boundaries and never giving up. Are you ready to become your best self? Are you ready to unlock your greatness? So what are you waiting for? This is Education Evolved. This is UA 92.
When I was a kid, there was no professional women's cricket. I didn't even think that women could be professional sports people.
Especially early on, it just didn't really seem like there was a career in it.
To support myself around cricket, I had to work at the petrol garage.
I was the only girl, so I stood out.
I'd love for young girls to be able to dream about being an athlete and it to be achievable.
Thanks to the Hilton funding my contract, it's allowed me to play the game that I love all day, every day.
We're like an engine and we need to be fueled with the right gas.
Without funding, we can't be visible. You can't be what you can't see.
As a team, it feels like we're breaking boundaries.
Thunder and Lancashire always want to put women's cricket at the forefront, and now I think that's really shining through.
It's mad to think that without the Hilton funding, like, we wouldn't be playing cricket every day, training.
Well, we could be, but we wouldn't have any money.
We wouldn't, yeah, true.
Life can be extraordinary, unforgettable, amazing. Life is about the joy of being together. It's sharing every moment, indulging your passions, and making memories that stay with you forever. Life is live. The thrill of the game. The buzz of a network, the enrichment and fascination of a cultural soiree. And we feel every sensation because we're right there with you, always on, always fully engaged to help provide that extra spark, heighten emotions, and make every occasion simply unforgettable. Because the best live events don't just happen to us, they become a part of us. Forever associating your brand with life itself. Life can be extraordinary, and we're ready to help you make the most of every inspired, delicious moment. Welcome to Sodexo Live.
When I was a kid, there was no professional women's cricket. I didn't even think that women could be professional sports people.
Especially early on, it just didn't really seem like there was a career in it.
To support myself around cricket, I had to work at the petrol garage.
I was the only girl, so I stood out.
I'd love for young girls to be able to dream about being an athlete and it to be achievable.
Thanks to the Hilton funding my contract, it's allowed me to play the game that I love all day, every day.
We're like an engine and we need to be fueled with the right gas.
Without funding, we can't be visible. You can't be what you can't see.
As a team, it feels like we're breaking boundaries.
Thunder and Lancashire always want to put women's cricket at the forefront, and now I think that's really shining through.
It's mad to think that without the Hilton funding, like, we wouldn't be playing cricket every day, training.
Well, we could be, but we wouldn't have any money.
We wouldn't, yeah, true.
Very good morning to you and a warm welcome from Emirates Old Trafford. When I say warm, I mean it, because it's going to be an absolute scorcher here today. We've got a Durham double header for you here at Emirates Old Trafford. Lancashire Thunder taking on Durham Women to start with, and then later on, of course, Lancashire Lightning against Durham as well, with the men's teams kicking off this afternoon. But before all that, we have a very, very important fixture here. Paul Shaw is with me as usual. In terms of the context of the Vitality T20 Blast table at the moment, this game here for the Thunder team is hugely important, isn't it?
It absolutely is. I mean, they're on the back of 3 really good wins over the last week or so. So another win today, if they can get a good performance in, and they're then absolutely in the mix with just a couple of games to go. So, and I think it's a big game for both teams. Both teams are in form, looking to get the win today. But if the Lancashire win, then they're in the mix.
Just to put it into context, Lancashire 4th in the table at the moment, 6 points behind the Blaze, but 7 points behind the Bears, with a game in hand over them. 20 points still up for grabs. It's all to play for.
Absolutely all to play for, and the Lancashire girls, just chatted to them this morning, chomping at the bit. They can't wait to get going today on what looks like a pretty good pitch as well.
Well, come and join me, Paul. Let's make our way over to the wicket as the umpires are out there at the moment, along with the 2 captains. The toss will take place in just a moment or two, and we'll see exactly who bats and who bowls in just a moment or two. Last few instructions being given to the captains. Just before we get into things, Paul, like you say, that pitch, I think that was the one that was played on on Thursday night as Lancashire took on Yorkshire. It looks pretty well baked and it looks pretty hard. It should be a good pitch this afternoon.
Yeah, it's been played, and this will be the third time, the England women v India, then the Lancashire-Yorkshire game the other night. So this is the third time. It's very dry, it's very hard. I think as the game goes on, it just might start spinning a little bit.
We'll be interested to see in terms of how that works out, as well as the team selections as well. But Ellie is tossing the coin. And we'll see what happens. So Ellie has picked up the coin. We'll just get a last couple of photographs before we speak to the two captains, Ellie Threlkeld and Holly Armitage. The two of them getting on very well by the looks of things. Ellie, Holly, come and have a quick chat with us. Ellie, first of all, what's the decision? What's happened?
We've lost the toss and we are batting.
You're batting, okay. 3 wins on the trot, though. You've put yourselves in a great position. How much confidence is running through the side at the moment?
Yeah, definitely pretty confident. Played well the last 3 games and good to have a bit of momentum leading into today. But yeah, keep taking it game by game and keep trying to do our basics as well as we can.
That break for you came at just the right time, didn't it? Just how much did that reset things for everybody?
Yeah, definitely. I think girls used that to have a little bit of downtime, but also work hard on the skills and make sure we came back in a place where we could try and win 6 out of 6.
Is it a case now of just try and keep winning and let the table take care of itself?
Yeah, definitely. I think the only thing we can do is focus on ourselves and making sure we're putting in good performances and winning games, and hopefully the results go our way.
Well, best of luck. Go well. Thanks very much indeed. Let's bring Holly in. Holly, you've won the toss, I understand, and Lancashire are going to be batting. So 3 wins on the bounce for you guys as well. You must be full of confidence too.
Yeah, that's nice to hear, to be honest, after we had a bit of a rough start. But I think throughout the competitions we've done some really good things, and luckily we've been on the right end of the result for the last 3 games.
What's been the big turnaround for you guys, do you think?
Well, I actually think that bit of a break has really refreshed the group. I think we've obviously done some really good things and we've had areas to work on, but having that break refreshed as a group and coming back in has really done us a world good.
What's it going to take from you guys now? If you get a win here today, you put yourselves really back in the mix, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think you can think that far ahead. You've got to take it game by game, but if we keep performing the way we have, we'll put our best foot forward and hopefully put on a good performance today.
We wish you the best of luck. Thanks very much indeed. Holly Armitage there, the Durham captain. Durham have won the toss. They are going to be fielding, so it's the Lancashire Thunder side who are going to be batting first in what is a crucial game as far as the Vitality T20 Blast table is concerned, and Lancashire Thunder's hopes of qualifying for finals day. But let's now take a little look back at last time Lancashire Thunder were on the pitch here at Emirates Old Trafford. They finished it with a win. As you have heard, it is Durham women who have won the toss. They are going to be fielding. Their lineup is as follows. Today, They line up with Susie Bates, Emma Marlowe, Maddie Villiers, Holly Armitage, the captain, Bess Heath, Mia Rogers, Leah Dobson, Catherine Fraser, Phoebe Turner, Sophia Turner, and Katie Levick. And your Lancashire Thunder side for today is as follows: Emma Lamb, Eve Jones, Seren Smale, Elsa Lister, Ellie Threlkeld, Alana King, Tara Norris, Darcy Carter, Phoebe Graham, Mahika Gore, and Sophie Morris. So, as you've heard, Lancashire Thunder have lost the toss. It's going to be Durham who are fielding first on what is going to be an absolute scorcher of a day here, Paul. The sun's just come out again. We're expecting it to rise up to about 28, 29 degrees. It's going to be hot in the field today, isn't it?
Absolutely it is. It's going to be an absolute scorcher. Hopefully the players have got the sun cream, they're well hydrated, and both teams will enjoy playing on what will be a really good surface that might just offer a little bit of spin as the day goes on.
In terms of the team selection, no Kate Cross obviously away on England duty, but aside from that, it's a really strong side this afternoon.
Yeah, I think it looks a really strong side, and that's the strength in depth that the Lancashire Thunder team have got through working on certain fundamentals of the game for a long period of time. Young players are coming through. Lister's in that middle order, you know, lots of power in that middle order.
She's been a real linchpin for this side so far this season, hasn't she, Elsa?
Absolutely, because with the power that she's got and the confidence and belief she's now got, it's an opportunity for her to actually get the team over the line for a win when they need quick runs, but also out of power play boundaries, which is really important. So she's a really good player. You've got Lamb and you've got Jones at the top of the order. Mahika Gorse coming back into the side, so
yeah,
that's
I'm
a really
excited to see
good,
her coming back in. That's going to be great.
Yeah, real good option, left-hand option, swing and pace. And you've got the spinners in the side as well that will look to grab a little bit of turn off this pitch and just take a little bit of pace out of the game.
In terms of the confidence that must be going through the side at the moment, ever since they had that little break in between, what, 2 weeks was it, in between games, the mind reset clearly seems to have worked. It's been 3 wins on the bounce. Just how important was that, do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And listening to Ellie Threlkeld answer your questions at the toss about that break, I think it reset the team. It gave them a refresh. Gave them an opportunity to work on the skills that they really needed to work on, and then give them the foundation for the 3 fixtures that they had coming up straight after the break. I think it's done them a world of good. Sometimes just that time off. Also, Holly Armitage said a very similar thing for the Durham unit, to actually just a little bit of a break, time off, reset, refresh, and get back going, which both teams have done that superbly well, to be fair to both units.
Last time out for Lancashire Thunder earlier on in the week, they successfully chased down 175 to win at Hampshire Hawks by 8 wickets. That was a real sort of statement of intent type victory.
Absolutely, I think that's a terrific job of any level of the game. If you can knock off to 170 odd and do it with 8 wickets still in the tent, I think that's fantastic. And real credit to Emma Lamb that batted pretty much all the way through. I think that order shows you the importance of someone batting through, going into reasonable strike rate, and other players can come in and score runs quickly around that player.
Yeah, Emma Lamb 66 not out on that occasion. Seren Smale 42. We've got batters in there now that know how to craft a big score.
And I think that's the key. With experience now, they play a lot more games at this level. They have more experience understanding an inside, how to build an innings, go through the gears, consider battership, when we can go, when we just need to sit in a little bit. And that experience is all the way through that order, which is really good and holds Lancashire Thunder in really good stead, certainly for today's game.
One player I'm really pleased to see back in the side is Phoebe Graham, who obviously we know very, very well when she comes and does the bits of media with us as well. But she's got a smile back on her face again. She's had a tough time, obviously injuries at the start of the year, and then she's had to really wait and bide her time to get selection and get back into the side. And she's taken it with both hands, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has. She's taken that opportunity, as you rightly say. say she's had a little bit of misfortune with injury, etc. Had to work really, really hard. But sometimes when you have to work hard to get back into a team, it means that you're in a better position to perform. And we've seen early signs, surely, of that she's in a really good place to perform. And she'll certainly want to be running down that hill today, bowling good pace on a good, strong pitch. And looking to cause some damage for the Durham top order.
So in terms of the games remaining then, the last three, Durham here today, Essex and Somerset. So three sides that are in, those last two sides that are in the bottom three. The task is clear, isn't it? I mean, if they can get, 2 wins from 3 here, you'd think they'd be in with a really good chance of qualifying for finals day.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the key. If they can get 2 wins, then they're going to be there or thereabouts. But they'll not want to focus any more than this game today. I think this game is a potential banana string because you've got 2 teams that's won consecutive games, 3 back-to-back games each. So Durham will be a really tough unit today. Of course, they've got Susie Bates at the top of the order. You know, the New Zealand experienced international. And they've got good players all the way through. That Holly Armitage, the captain, phenomenal player. So I don't think it's going to be an easy game. They'll focus on getting the performance today, getting the win, and then see if they can get 2 more wins.
We're looking forward to it. Don't forget, plenty going on here at Emirates Old Trafford. If you are making your way down to the ground itself and you fancy getting in a little bit earlier, there is a members forum going on in the Point at 2 o'clock. That's all to do with the men's fixture schedule going forward. So if you've got an interest in that and you're a member here, then get yourself down to the Point for that meeting from 2 p.m. We've also got the Emirates first ball flyer coming up a little bit later on, of course, when Lancashire are bowling. If we get a wicket off the first ball from a Lancashire player, somebody could be going off to Dubai, courtesy of Emirates. It happened here last week. Luke Wood with that first ball, it was absolutely incredible. So there is the possibility of another chance of somebody getting an Emirates first ball flyer. And don't forget, wherever you are around the world, if you're watching on Lancs TV, get on touch with the socials. Let us know where you are, what you're doing, how you're enjoying the game, and how much you're looking forward to today's matches. And maybe even a score prediction, who knows? We'd love to hear from you wherever you are. Here's a little reminder, though, of the T20 Vitality Blast rules.
Each match is played by 2 teams of 11 players. Some are batters, some are bowlers, and there's 1 wicket-keeper. Both teams have a chance to bat and bowl. Look out for the coin toss. That's how they decide which team bats or bowls first. Each team has 20 overs to score as many runs as possible. The team with the most runs wins the game. 1 over is made up of 6 good deliveries from the bowler. To score runs, batters hit the ball and run between the stumps. If the ball reaches the boundary, it's 4 runs, and if it gets there without bouncing, that's a 6. While the batting team is scoring runs, the bowling team are trying to stop them and get the batters out by taking wickets. A few ways batters can be out are bowled, caught, run out, stumped, and LBW. Watch out for signals from the umpires, 4s, 6s, wickets, and these when a bad delivery has been bowled. Bad deliveries add runs to the batting team's score, and the bowler must bowl an extra ball. If you see the umpire doing this, the next ball is a free hit, and the batter cannot be out, bowled, caught, LBW, or stumped. And those are all the basics you need to know to get behind your team in this year's Vitality Blast competition.
(1864). We were first class then, and we're first class now. With a dream to spread cricket through Lancashire's towns, where girls and boys, with willow and leather, become more than a badge, but the red rose together.
A club where more than legends are made, but friendships, obsessions, moments replayed on our screens, in our minds, in our hearts forever. 'Cause it's who we are, our DNA, the red rose together.
Statham, Briggs, Jimmy, Freddie and Joss, Chappie, Sir Clive Lloyd, Carol Hodges, Kate Cross. What a roll call. It's a hard one to measure. with future names still to be written on the Red Rose Together.
We're all about people. It's what the Red Rose really means. Yeah, the ones signing autographs, but the ones behind the scenes.
Our community, grassroots, the ones that feel tethered. Whether you're from here or belong here, we're the Red Rose Together.
And what about this place? Talk about world-class venues, internationals, gigs, events. You can choose from a menu of triumph, of disaster, of pain, or pleasure.
We've seen it all at Emirates Old Trafford, with the Red Rose Together.
Red ball, white ball, lightning and thunder.
Have you ever sat back? Have you ever just wondered how far we've come? The storms we've weathered, or how far we'll go as the Red Rose Together.
Well, isn't it fantastic to see this lady back in the side? Phoebe Graham, how are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, very well, thank you.
Yeah. It's been difficult early doors in the start of the season for you, but how is it to be back in the side now? How are you feeling?
Yeah, no, it's great to be back in the team and just contributing, and hopefully we keep this role going today.
How difficult was it for you early on with the injuries and then having to wait for your time and wait for your selection to get back in? What are you like as a watcher being on the sidelines?
It's not always easy, but that's the nature of sport and being in a good squad, and we've got amazing strength and depth in this squad, so yeah, it's a privilege to be part of it all.
As far as this competition is concerned, not the best of starts, but then we had that little break in the middle. That seems to have been a real reset for everybody, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, our brief has been really clear since coming back into the competition. We need to win every single game, so we're 3 from 3, and it's just taking each game as it comes and hopefully get another result today here at Emirates Old Trafford.
What do you think has been the difference during that little break? Is it just a mindset change, do you think?
Yeah, the girls were playing really good cricket, so it's nothing to do with ability. It's just a case of sometimes breaks come at the right time, and that came at the right time for us. So we've just had a bit of a reset. Confidence is back in the group, and we're all feeling positive about today.
Yeah, I mean, there were patches during some of the previous games where you'd not been able to put bat and ball together in long enough patches or big enough, but now you seem to be able to do that on a regular basis.
Yeah, definitely, and I think there were a couple of close games that could have gone either way as well, went down to the last ball, and if we'd have got over the line in those games, then the table looks a lot different again. So I think you can't dig into it too much in T20 cricket. It can be quite a fickle game, so yeah, we're just feeling good at the moment and ready to go today.
And in terms of how this squad is developing over the course of this season, what do you make of how things are coming together?
Seems to be coming together nicely, and I think it's amazing when players come into the squad and step up, like Tilly Kev-Stephen in the County Cup final. So it just shows the depth that we've got and the amount of time and sort of energy that's put into the academy system here. It's amazing that players are coming through, and that's what we want to see.
As far as the table is concerned now, with those victories that you've started to put together, you've put yourselves in a real good chance.
Yeah, definitely. I think, again, brief's clear, 3 from 3, so we'll keep going and, yeah, like we say, take each game as it comes.
And confidence really good at the moment amongst everybody? It must be a really good feeling?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's nice that everyone's been contributing and it's not just 1 or 2 individuals, and that then breeds confidence in the group. So, yeah, hopefully, good day today.
And fingers crossed we might see a bit more of the Phoebe shimmy if you get a few wickets.
Hopefully, yeah, we'll do the shimmy if we
Where did that come from?
Don't know, just feeling high on life. So, yeah, happy days.
It was brilliant to see. And it's great to see you back in the side, Phoebe. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. Looking forward to the game here as Lancashire Thunder take on Durham. Yeah, it was great to catch up with Phoebe Graham just a few minutes ago. Great to see her back in the side, enjoying life. Let's hope we see a lot more of the Phoebe shimmy. We want to see that a lot more in the future, fingers crossed. Let's cast our eyes over the opposition this afternoon, Durham. All but out of finals day contention, maybe, I don't know. I mean, they've only won 4 of 11 games. The 12 points adrift really are the top 3, but they've got to win against Hampshire on Friday night. So they're coming in here with a bit of confidence. This is not going to be an easy game at all, is it, by any stretch?
No, it's not. I think it's going to be a really challenging game and a potential banana skin for the Thunder. And when you do look at the Durham team, they've got a fair bit of experience in that team. Susie Bates, the international of New Zealand, World Cup winner actually, the T20 World Cup recently. Holly Armitage, the captain, you know, a phenomenal captain, tactically very astute, intuitive feel for the game, so makes a lot of decisions on gut feel, etc., etc., the game's going on. And you've also got, of course, Katie Levick, you know, the leg spinner that may not be taking as many wickets this summer, but is very economical. And then Maddie Villiers, the former England all-rounder that's good with the ball and also good with the bat. So down their backbone, they've got some very good players with some important experience.
Some members of the coaching team that we know very well as well. Of course, Danny Hazel, who is formerly of this parish, someone you know very well as well.
Yes, Danny, when I was England coach back in the day, a few years ago now, she was the one of the lead spinners in the team. Terrific character, very determined, real fighter. So she'll be instilling that value, if you like, and behaviours into this Durham team.
Susie Bates, as you mentioned, second leading run scorer in the competition so far going into this. 361 from 11 matches. She is clearly going to be the big danger player in terms of the bat this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. She's been a good player for a number of years now. She actually played international netball for New Zealand as well, so double international. But if you look at those runs this year, look at the experience that she's got and how she helps the other batters that she bats with score runs in the middle as well. So they'll have to have real specific plans to see if they can get Susie Bates early in this game.
Lancashire, though, will be in good form. They're in good confidence. You would expect going into this match. It's all now down to these last 3 matches, isn't it? Just a real good push, try and get these victories. The table then will look after itself.
Yeah, absolutely. Not being fixated with a win and not getting fixated by the table, but focusing in on getting really relaxed, really focused, clear on roll, and focusing in on getting a performance. The win will take care of itself if you perform. So if we get fixated with win, fixated with table, we can lose that little bit of direction. Focusing on every moment, every ball. Each ball's an event, whether you've got the ball in hand or you've got bat in hand. Really focusing on getting that performance. And being really relaxed about it and staying out of the grip. You know, you get in the grip and the old handle too tight, you get a bit tense, but actually just go out there, play your game, get a performance in, the win will look after itself.
And the wins that have come and the confidence that has grown has seemed to really lift some of the players, particularly some of the younger players as well. Gaining that experience, gaining that momentum, they seem to have collectively grown as a team as the competition's gone on.
Yeah, I think that's a really good comment, and winning has a tendency to do that, doesn't it? It gives you positive feelings, positive emotions. You start thinking that the impossible is possible, and to see the growth and development in those youngsters beginning to be infiltrated in this team, not just by donning a Lancashire Thunder shirt, but actually by putting in there some really important performances. It's great to see. Belief's good, confidence is good, and it's all set fair today for a really good game.
Just watching Emma Lamb just walking down the steps away to our left-hand side. She's going out there to get herself warmed up and get ready. She's going to be a crucial part of this Lancashire batting lineup today, isn't she? As she always is.
Yeah, you're right. Historically, she's always been a really good performer, and she's still getting better. And recently scored the 66 not out the other day to get them over the line in a 175 run chase. Was phenomenal against Hampshire Hawks. So important for this Lancashire team. If she can bat for a period of time today, they'll be in a really good position.
Important that they try and lay a platform for the bowling unit to have a go at a little bit later on. And of course, when that bowling unit does come out a little bit later, we will have the first opportunity for an Emirates first ball flyer. Don't forget, if we get a wicket off the first ball of the Lancashire bowling, then somebody here will be getting a couple of tickets to Dubai. Just a reminder, if you're coming down to Emirates Old Trafford at 2 p.m, there is a members forum going on in the Point. That's all to do with the scheduling for the men's team in future. And as a reminder again, just get in touch with us on the socials. Let us know how you're getting on, how you're enjoying this game around the world, wherever you are, and what your thoughts are on whether or not Lancashire are going to make it a double against Durham here at Emirates Old Trafford today. The game, though, just over 5 minutes away from the start. We'll be getting the players out into the centre very, very soon.
When I was a kid, there was no professional women's cricket. I didn't even think that women could be professional sports people.
Especially early on, it just didn't really seem like there was a career in it.
To support myself around cricket, I had to work at the petrol garage.
I was the only girl, so I stood out.
I'd love for young girls to be able to dream about being an athlete and it to be achievable.
Thanks to the Hilton funding my contract, it's allowed me to play the game that I love all day, every day.
We're like an engine and we need to be fueled with the right gas.
Without funding, we can't be visible. You can't be what you can't see.
As a team, it feels like we're breaking boundaries.
Thunder and Lancashire always want to put women's cricket at the forefront, and now I think that's really shining through.
It's mad to think that without the Hilton funding, we wouldn't be playing cricket every day, training.
Well, we could be, but we wouldn't have any money.
We wouldn't, yeah, true.
This is a call for hungry dreamers and hard-working self-believers. Success is down to more than just luck and talent. It's striving to be the best, breaking the boundaries and never giving up. Are you ready to become your best self? Are you ready to unlock your greatness? So what are you waiting for? This is Education Evolved. This is UA 92.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome with a guard of honour from Bramall Cricket Club, our umpires this afternoon, Simon Widdup and Jasmine Naim. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our opposition for this afternoon, Durham women. Emirates Old Trafford, are you ready? Please welcome the opening batters for Lancashire Thunder.
Doubleheader, Lancashire Thunder against Durham women, followed by Lancashire Lightning against Durham men later today. Two really important games as well for both Thunder and for Lightning. We'll deal with Lightning later. Thunder first up, where they are in hot pursuit of the qualification places in the T20 Blast table. They have won 3 on the spin, and they're right in with a chance of reaching finals day, but there is little margin for error in truth, and they probably have to win their remaining 3 games, starting here against the Durham side, who also are in pretty good form as well. So Durham win the toss, they're bowling first. Alison Byrne and Scott Reed with you. We're going to hear from Paul Shaw a little later on. Good morning, Alison. It's that time. It's crunch time now, isn't it?
It's crunch time, Scott. Very glad to see you this morning.
It's a pleasure.
It's an absolute pleasure to see you this morning.
Pleasure to see you as well.
I'll explain why it's a super pleasure later on to our listeners and viewers. But yeah, it's going to be a really excellent day of cricket. It's scorching out there. There's hardly a cloud in the sky. Both teams are on a roll. Both teams are in a positive mindset and eager to carry on with their run of excellent form. I'm talking of excellent form. Emma Lamb and Eve Jones are 2 players who are in exceptional form for the Roses. We're about to have the first ball bowled from the Jimmy Anderson end. They're just adjusting the side screens there.
Bit of movement maybe behind the arm.
A little bit of movement, and it's Eve Jones on strike. And I do believe we have a bowler whose back is turned to me.
Fraser.
Fraser, thank you very much. Number 70, Fraser. That's a nice little back foot shot from Eve Jones for nothing. So, calm start from Eve Jones, who's in good form this morning, smiling and joking with Paul Shaw out on the pitch. It's Fraser again. She's got that one away. It might even make the boundary. It's going to be a tight one. Oh, and a good chase down from the Durham fielder there for no luck. And there's the first sign of the music from the Lancashire PA. 4 runs on the board. Good start from Jones. It's always nice to get your first run, let alone your first boundary. So she's off and running here on a beautiful day at Emirates Old Trafford. It really is perfect for cricket. There's a good crowd in already, Scott.
There is.
Fraser down the leg this side to the 45. Fielded easily.
Just a no ball there, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Just overstepping a little.
There we go. No ball, early doors. Unusual for a spinner. Annoying, actually, for a spinner. And we've got the whirly-twirly arms, free hit. Those of us new to cricket, this will mean that this batter's got an excellent opportunity to score. She cannot really get out. She's run out, of course.
Run out anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. She comes, Fraser. She's gone for it. Moves her feet, and they've taken a quick single into a vacant gap at the short mid-wicket. I think they're actually going to take 2. That's excellent running. I mean, that is intent from Lancashire, and the crowd appreciate this. Knowledgeable there, the crowd. They saw that it was actually a really well taken second run. Good crowd, actually.
Yeah, just starting to build up nicely.
It's such an early morning start, Scott.
It is an early morning start.
Might have thrown a few people off. Fraser's coming in. Nice hit through the onside.
It is, yeah.
They've taken another 2. This is superb. Well done.
Yeah, it's good running. Excellent running. Big part of T20 cricket here, isn't it? Not all about the 4s and the 6s. The running between the wickets, the way you can manoeuvre the ball, the little angles out in the middle, and the way you can pick gaps and pick little pockets and turn 1s into 2s. That's a positive start here by Lancashire Thunder.
Yeah, Jones has raced to 8. Right arm around the wicket. She's cut that again into the cover since that ring of fielders on the offside. There's nobody on the boundary on the offside. 5 in the off. And there's a deep square leg and a deep fine leg actually at the moment. Sorry, I beg your pardon. There's a deep mid-off and a deep mid-wicket, mid-on and a deep mid-wicket. And I'll get it out in a minute, Scott. Put my teeth back in. Here we go. She's square cut that again as Jones. Another 4. Oh, she's having a right old good time out there at the moment, Scott. Heat's not getting to her, is it?
That's a lovely shot, isn't it? By Eve Jones. Just played it late, going back and cutting the ball away for 4. Lovely shot.
Yeah, there's quite a few people in. There's a group of young men there enjoying their women's cricket. Lovely to see. Yeah, they're giving us a nice little Lancashire jig there. Thanks, guys. More of that. 13 off the first over. Wow.
Yeah, really good start.
12 of them from Jones.
Yeah, Lamb's not faced a delivery there, has she? Jones has monopolised the strike. Good start by Lancashire Thunder. Just to put this into a little bit of context, we mentioned the kind of getting towards the back end of this group campaign now. We're also welcoming listeners on Sports Extra 2 to this fixture between Lancashire and Durham. Thunder looking to try and sneak into those top 3 positions as Maddie Villiers comes in and bowls. That's pushed defensively away by Lamb off the front foot, and there's no run. And the top 3 positions occupied by Surrey, who have already secured their spot at finals day, so they're top of the table. Villiers bowls to Lamb, it's wide, trying to run it down to 3rd. Through to the keeper, no run. And then Bears are 2nd, and then the Blaze are 3rd. 3rd spot, Blaze, 31 points, 6 points clear of Lancashire Thunder. You get 4 points for a win, potentially 5 with a bonus point. Villiers in, nudged away by Lamb towards mid-wicket, and through for Lamb's first run of the day. 14 without loss. As for Durham, well, they've won 3 on the spin as well, but well, I think mathematically they might be able to qualify. I have to double check the maths on that, but it's highly unlikely. So it's a bit of a shootout really between Thunder, Blaze and Bears. Kind of 2 from those 3. Still Hampshire Hawks with a chance of qualifying, but they are 10 points away. So actually 10 points away, and they'd have to win both games with maximum points with a bonus point to qualify. So Hampshire probably effectively out of it as well. Off the back foot by Jones, punched towards mid-off, and there is no run. So it's
all very tight.
It is, isn't it?
Fixtures are sort of aligning to make it even more exciting. So you see Villiers coming again.
Around the wicket bowling, wide ball, thumped away, down the ground for 4 by Eve Jones, down towards the boundary at long off. Excellent looking shot, clubbed away for 4.
Lovely shot. The reason for that is that Lancashire have got obviously this fixture with Durham today, and then they've got Essex away, and then they've got Somerset at home, whereas the Blaze have got Essex away, Somerset away and Hampshire away. So Essex and Somerset are going to be pivotal. And of course we've got the home advantage for one of our games, so it's really going to be really tight, I think. Excellent way the way it's turned out.
It's off the back foot by Eve Jones, nudged away to mid-on for a single this time. So the Blaze have got 3 games left, all away from home. Essex, Somerset and Hampshire. That was the end of the second as well, 19 without loss.
As far as I can see, when I looked on NV Play, like we all do, I'm checking these scores, so...
Well, in that case, and then the Bears have got 2 to play, Hampshire away and the leaders Surrey as well. And as you mentioned, Lancashire have got 3 left, 2 of which are at home. One's here, one's at Blackpool, with Essex to come in between. What a fascinating end to the group stage, yeah.
It's what I think if you'd actually asked the organisers of this competition how they'd want it to end, they'd have perhaps, written this score.
Yeah.
Other than the fact the top 2 are pretty much pulling away, they'd have, still quite exciting. I think perhaps next year, if there's 9 teams in this contest, though, I do feel they should look for traditional 4 teams in 2 semis.
Got you, yeah.
Personally, everyone's got their own view of that, but I think that would tie in line with what Tier 2 are doing as well, which I think makes a little bit more sense moving forward. If you've got those extra teams, you want that extra team to be able to qualify.
So you'd have 2 semis and then the finals, like the men.
As the Tier 2 are having this year.
Got you,
yeah. Anyway, we've got a change of bowler at the Jimmy Anderson end. Into Jones, Phoebe Turner. She played well this season as Turner. It's a bit uppish, but she's got away with it. 1 run to the total. Yeah,
we're in the power play, so got fielding restrictions in place. The 2 outside the circle out at deep point, deep backward square.
Turner's had a bit of a hoodoo against Lancashire. Last year she got her best figures, career best against Lancashire, 6 for 20. So they'd quite like to see her off, I feel. Oh dear, one of whom was Seren Smale, who was, I think she was 47, 48 at that point, near a half century. So Phoebe Turner, very strong action. She pulls that a bit shorter. That's bread and butter for Lamb. That really is, but there is a fielder out there, so good captaincy from Durham, spotting that strength in Lamb and preventing it from going for 4, but they still picked up 2.
Yeah, Leah Dobson, good work that. Tumbling down towards the boundary rope, just maybe 4 or 5 yards away from it. Good effort.
Yeah, so Holly Armitage has done her homework on Lamb because she's got a deep point and a deep backward square, which are 2 of her strengths. In comes Turner. Again, it's short, and has that gone over the field? Oh, just about. She got lucky there, did Lamb. She's going to pick up 2. It's sailed on it for a moment. It just looked like it was going to sit nicely for the fielder down at backward fine leg.
Yeah, Emma Marlowe just running back towards the boundary. The ball falling over her shoulder. That's always an awkward one to try and get into a position to take a catch. Beyond her reach in the end, falling safe.
Turner's in again. Lamb got a little bit of luck there. Just takes a couple of steps down the track. Does Lamb? She looked to drive, but I think Turner possibly spotted her coming there and just dropped it a tiny bit shorter. Good little contest building up here already, actually, between Turner and Lamb.
It's Lamb's last game, isn't it, for Thunder before joining up with England?
And boy, don't they need her. Yeah, I think personally, I think she'll walk straight into the team.
Well, she's had a fantastic season.
She's on such a roll with the Thunder. Turner, short, pulled, and again it's gone down to that fielder at the deep back square, this time just for the single. Score moves on to 25 without loss very quickly. We're only in the 3rd over.
Yeah, 260 runs for Emma Lamb in this T20 Blast competition, averaging 52, 350s. Strike rate of just under 130. Having a great campaign.
Fantastic. Turner into left-handed Jones. Oof, swing and a miss, swing and a miss. Moral victory to the bowler. Yeah, again back to Lamb. Her last 5 innings for the Thunder in this competition. 66 not out, 60 not out, 21, 22 and 94.
Fantastic.
T20, you can't ask for better than that, really.
Nope. And that's on the back of a good 50-over comp as well, wasn't it, at the start of the year?
I think she was top scorer in that contest for the first part of it. Still to finish. It's unfinished business, the 50-over, as is this contest, very much alive.
Yeah, we go back to that later in the year, don't we, the 50-over competition. I think it's after the 100 is completed.
Yeah, Thunder, I think, are in 2nd position, well played. Can't remember the exact figures, but, you know, they're very much in the big shout in that contest, especially as, you know, they've got 2 of the best... Well, I think this is the best opening partnership in the division, quite frankly.
The treble's on for Thunder still. The treble is on.
It is, you know, thinking about it.
Here comes Fraser from the Statham end. Oh, that's lofted over mid-off by Emma Lamb. Beautiful shot. It just plugs onto the surface, but it still has enough for it to skip over the rope for 4. That's a lovely lofted drive over mid-off.
Beautiful shot. Interesting decision from Durham to let Thunder have first use of this wicket, I think. I think when Paul Shaw and I went out before, Paul was fairly convinced that the best thing to do was to you know, get on there, score some runs. He senses that the spinners will come more into play at the end of this match.
Reverse paddle here by Lamb for a single, 30 without loss. It's the same pitch that we used on Friday evening for the Roses game. So yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, Paul did have a crafty little word with the ground staff as well.
He's
crafty little sausage,
one,
didn't you, Paul? There he is. He's back. It's a good job I was saying nice things about him, isn't it?
He likes a crafty word, doesn't he, from time to time? Here's Fraser in, balls to Eve Jones. That's pushed away back down the ground through straight mid-on for a single. Jones moves to 19, 31 without loss. We're in the 4th over, live from Emirates Old Trafford on Lancs TV, the BBC Sport website and that. We're on Sports Extra 2 as well for the first of this T20 double-header. Beautiful day in Manchester. And we've got Durham bowling first, Thunder batting, and it's Lamb on strike, and that's worked away off the the pads out towards backward square leg for a single. Lamb moves to 12. 32 on the board. Good power play this so far.
Very good, very good.
Nice positive start. 32 without loss. We're in the fourth.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is that Armitage was worried about the heat and potentially, you know, fielding in late. You know, she wanted to field when it's potentially. Oh!
And that's got through Jones by Fraser, first wicket of the day. And Eve Jones looks over his shoulder and sees her leg stump rocking backwards at a rather ugly-looking angle, I'm afraid. Eve Jones departs for 19. Thunder lose their first in the fourth over, 32 for 1, and somehow that sneaked through, hasn't it?
I don't think she read the line, actually. I don't know. Let's have a look at it again. Right arm round the wicket. Pitch is on. Yeah, it's just gone straight through her, isn't it? Yeah, didn't really turn, did it, Paul? Yeah, just one of those things, you know. Batters make mistakes.
Yep.
Try and bowlers bowl wide balls. Batters only get one chance sometimes if they make a mistake, whereas a bowler can bowl 8 wides and still get another over.
It's a batter's game. It's a bowler's game. Depends who
Make
you
your
ask,
mind up,
isn't it?
please, Scott.
Yeah, depends who you ask.
It's that last cup of coffee you had this morning. It's, you know, it's made your head frazzle a wee bit. You know, that one you had when...
Frazzled.
Yeah. Shall I tell them or not? Do you want me to tell them?
No,
No,
to say
all right,
anything.
okay. It's just a tad late. I'll say it quietly. Just a tad
Was
late.
I here for the start of play?
You were, and you were amazing, and are amazing, Scott.
Here in time for the first ball. No problem.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Seren Smale is the new batter, joining Emma Lamb. 1 ball left of the fourth over. 32 for 1, Thunder, so a breakthrough for Durham.
Yeah, they needed that.
Catherine Fraser in bowls to Smells off the back foot and defended. And back down to Fraser, and there's no run got over that. There was the 4 off the first delivery, which was that lovely shot from Emma Lamb. A couple of dot balls, a couple of singles on the back of it, and then the wicket. So yeah, good over that.
Very good.
32 for 1. Lamb on 12, Smale on 0. 4 overs gone.
And here, Smale has run into a little bit of form recently, hasn't she? She scored a few runs for England A, but a nice little 40-odd in the last game for Thunder.
Yeah, it's been quite a quiet competition, hasn't it?
Yeah.
For Smale.
Not bad.
So far.
Not quite the sensational season that she had last year, but certainly very, very impactful as Turner's keeping that end busy. And she comes from Jimmy's end. Oh, they're going to try a little tap and run there. Definitely not on. Well fielded from Turner.
Yeah, 2 overs left of this power play. And yeah, the 2 fielders outside the circle on the leg side, deep backward square, fine and fine leg. A ring of fielders on the offside inside the circle, 5 of them, plus a mid-on and a mid-wicket.
Yeah, she's a powerful shot down the mid-wicket area. Forced it through, not fully timed, but had enough strength through the wrist to make it fly through that mid-wicket area, and the flags are flying bit in front of the pavilion.
Yeah, these giant flags, aren't they?
It's good job it's not windy.
Yeah. You can sail across the Atlantic with those, couldn't you?
Turner, another one of the former Yorkshire players, Northern Diamonds players, who've come over to Durham this season. Right arm over. Shorter. Oh, she's hoiked that. That's very close to the fielder in the ring. Got a bit lucky, but that's T20 for you. 2 runs.
Yeah, for a second I thought she was in a bit of bother there. Just enough on it to clear extra cover, just above the fielding circle.
Leant back a tiny bit there, I think, did Lamb. Hence the reason the ball went a little bit aerial. Turner. Runs past the umpire. Oh, what a nice stop in the covers in the mid-wicket area.
Good
It's
over
a bit
this.
of fielding from Villiers, as usual. Superwoman in the field is Villiers, amazing fielder. Yeah, it's a solid over from Turner, isn't it? She's had a good season. She's really performed well for Durham this year. And early doors, it's a really difficult, challenging time for them, but she's hung in there. Have faith in herself. Not too much faith, because she's put a fielder back on the leg side for Lamb. Good shot. Oh, that's another quick single. They're taking their singles really quickly here. Thunder.
Interesting decision, as you say, with regards to the toss. I don't know whether what happened at Hampshire be in the back of their mind. Lancashire Thunder chasing that big score at Hampshire, chasing well in midweek. Chased 176 or something, I think, to beat Hampshire.
Yeah, big. Yeah, it was a big score, and they did it with just in the last over as well. It was a tight one.
Does that come into it? Thunder a good chasing side? I don't know, because it feels like a day you want to bat first and get a big score.
Turner. First ball faced from Smale, defended, and another no ball. Spotted Scott.
Free hit, isn't it?
Yeah, free hit. Whirly twirly whirly. There you go, Simon. Phillips having fun. It's quite a slow twirl action he's got. I think he needs to get a bit more vigour into that.
He's just warming up.
It's warming up here. It's scorchy out there.
He's just saying, I'm not going to go too early with my vigorous twirls.
He's worried about his shoulder.
Yeah.
Getting on a bit, these umpires, aren't they? Sorry, Simon. Comes Turner. A bit shorter. Oh, she's not got that. She's looking into the sun there. Those glasses did the trick, and that doesn't matter because it was a no ball. Always nice to have a bit of practice under the catch there. Billy is giggling there for a minute. She might have forgotten it was a no ball, as had I, I'm not going to lie.
Right, I shall disappear.
41 for one.
Sorry,
Sorry.
I shall bring Paul in to join you.
Okay.
Bring some
sense into proceedings. All right, Scott. See you in a bit. Yes, at the end of the over, 41 for just the loss of the one wicket. And we're moving into the last ball of the power play, and on our screens we have our friend Lanky, who must be feeling a little bit sweaty underneath all that panning. You won't care. Villiers from the Statham end. In. Ooh, slight cut shot there. A few oohs and ahs as it beats the outside edge. Welcome, Paul. How are you?
Good morning, Alison. I'm very, very well. Better with the sun shining again.
Isn't it? Video's in again. Again, she's bowled well there outside the off stump. Perfect length. Yes, she's not giving Smale an easy start to her innings here, Paul. Fantastic bowling from Villiers. Third ball. Gives Smale a chance to cut. That's a one hand on that one and stopped a boundary for sure because there's nobody on the cover boundary. Great fielder from Durham.
Yeah, Villiers is an experienced performer and often provides really good support with the bat when she's batting in that middle order, and perhaps her primary skill is her off spin, and she bowls really, really well and builds pressure.
Again, that's a little bit lofted, and again it's another great stop in the gully, but they managed to run quickly and take that single, rotating the strike. So important in T20, Paul, isn't it?
Crucial. I mean, everybody focuses on boundaries and the importance of boundaries, and also then boundaries outside power play, but actually rotating strike and turning ones into twos is crucial.
Villiers in again, bit leggish this time. I think, oh, she's been given us a wide. He might even go for a boundary wide. Yeah, 5 to total. That'll be annoying for the bowl. Well, I don't think it was that far down leg. It's so tight at the T20, these leg side wides, aren't they?
She may have changed her mind there from giving the wide to actually there's contact on the ball.
She's given it as 4 runs and no wide. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it did look like she got a little tickle on it, to be fair. Villiers in. Again, a bit leggy. Oh, and that is a sharp single, but I tell you what, that was really good running.
Yeah, excellent running.
Yeah. And these two will have had a lot of time at the crease together. So score moves on to 48 because at the end of that over, 48 for 1. Of course, they opened the batting last season together. Successful partnership they formed. And when Eve Jones joined the club, Smales moved down to 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
How would that have affected Smale, do you think? Would she have had to just game a little bit since she's not, mindset-wise?
Yeah, she'll have adjusted her mindset slightly, and also she's constantly just developing her game, and will just slightly adapt her role, I think. A couple of things I'll mention as we go through this over in between balls that picked up a couple of challenging perhaps points to mention for what the Lancashire batters are facing?
Oh, now this is an interesting over from Levick. Now, after you spoke to me about Levick earlier, I looked up and she's taken 10 wickets in this already this season, which I'm surprised about. They've snuck up on me. She's a great bowler. I really like Levick. Keeps it tight.
Yeah, and is a consistent performer over the years and does spin the ball.
1 run, no. I'll take that.
Importantly, spins the ball away from the right-handed batters, which is a challenge.
Pesky leggy action, isn't it? Yeah. And she comes again. In the Anderson end. Lamb's gone back to that and just prodded it into the square leg area, where the fielder is actually way back on the boundary for 1 run. It's good placement from Lamb.
Yeah.
Now, I worry about Ismail because I do find she's got a tendency sometimes to just rock back, rock back, rock back. I mean, what are your thoughts about her facing spinners, Paul, as Levick comes in? This time she's done the opposite. Good to see sometimes moving the feet against the spinners, but no run on this occasion.
I think she's, because she's developing her game still in transition from hanging back to actually getting into the ball a little more.
She's rocked back on that one, and she's managed to find a nice big pocket there, mid-wicket area. 1 run. There's 2 fielders in. In fact, obviously the PowerPoint has PowerPoint have been doing too much work at home, haven't I? Power play is finished, and there's extra players on the boundary now. So Levick's got a little bit of protection behind her. As Lamb sweeps to square leg for 1. There's also a deep mid-wicket, a deep long on, and somebody covering the point/cover area. Smail's on strike. Levick comes in. Oh, Levick's bowled well there. Smail, slight appeal from the wicket keeper. Smail had moved really well forwards there to negate any possibility of an LBW. The scores, that's a 50 up for Lancashire in that over, 52 for 1.
Yeah, the points I was going to make, a couple of the challenges. So the Eve Jones dismissal in particular. Eve Jones had received a couple of balls from the off spinner that had spun. So Eve's then thinking about playing with the spin. And that he's just gone on with the arm, hasn't it? So it's not spun and it's beaten on the inside. So that's something that's a challenge for the batters. If it's consistently spinning, you're okay with that. But when the odd ball spins and the odd doesn't, it's difficult. The second challenge, Lamb and Seren Smail have hit the ball in the air when it's back of the length. So when they've hit the pitch hard, there's some pace in this pitch. The ball's just got on a little bit quick. So they're 2 challenges that the Lancashire top order and perhaps middle order are going to have to be aware of and work out how to play.
We've got a seamer coming on from Statham, and it's Sophia Turner. Right armour over the wicket. It's been placed towards the square boundary on the offside, 1 run.
And of course, Sophia Turner, former Lancashire Thunder
yeah, so you've
player.
Been part of her coaching progress.
A number of years ago, and left quite rightly because she felt she wasn't getting the opportunities she would like to develop her game. So nipped across the hill to Yorkshire initially.
Oh, that seemed to boomerang in that one did, didn't it? To the right-hander, who's placed it again to cover boundary. For 1. Lamb's on 23, Smail's moved on to 10.
Yeah, the pitch is very, very dry, and there's the odd crack in there, so there's no surprise to me that it is beginning to, it is spinning, but also if the seam hits the crack, it might just nip in or nip away.
Turner in again. She's cut that backward of point, and that's gone. Not stopping that on a hot day like this with the outfield being so quick. Lovely shot from Emma Lamb. 4 runs.
Yeah, it was nicely played by Lamb. The trick here is she picked the length very, very quickly and rocked back and just timed that ball away with the full back face, just backward of point for a well-timed 4 runs, which moves Lancashire Thunder on to 58 for 1.
Turner. Oh, that one darted right in. That's hit a seam, hasn't it, Paul? That one.
Yeah, so we'd have to see a replay as to whether she's run her fingers over the ball and then therefore the seam grips the pitch. With the pitch being dry, with the pitch being dry, there's a lot more friction in the pitch, so the seam will grip, or whether or not that's it a little crack.
comes Sophia Turner. And she's reached for that one. She's still got it away down to that boundary. The fielders quickly across. And have they run to? They certainly have. These two do have a really good understanding between the wickets. There's an early call and they've gone. 2 runs.
And as you said earlier, Alison, that running between the wickets, those ones, and turning those ones into twos is really good awareness from the Lancashire top order. And those runs are equally as important as the boundaries because they're still moving the score on.
Turner. Turner, 2 of them obviously today, Phoebe and Sophia, and that was Sophia's ball that had been hit to mid-wicket. Good shot on the end of that over, 61, the loss of Eve Jones. And Smale is on 10, Lamb has moved nicely on to 30. It's a good start from the Thunder.
Certainly is, the foundations are set, so Lamb again, quite typically, he's playing nicely on 30 off 23 and he's building the foundation for her to bat through for the vast majority of this innings, and hopefully players that come in alongside her are given the opportunity to accelerate and see if they can post a really good total and get Durham under a little bit of pressure in the early stages of the power play.
And it's Phoebe Turner to continue from the Statham end. Sorry, Jimmy Anderson end. It's pulled towards fine leg. Not quite timed, just the single on this occasion.
Yeah, she's just a little bit straight there, Turner, in and around leg stump there. I think the length's good because the length's just slightly back of a length, and that ball seems a little bit more tricky to get away, but probably needs to be in and around off stump or top of the bails, middle stump area.
Yeah, there's 2 fielders on the leg side for Smale on the boundary. Deep fine. Deep being moved a little bit square by our captain. It's deep square as Phoebe Turner comes in. There's a deep mid wicket as well. This time it's cut from Smale, one of her favourite shots. Tennis-like almost, which doesn't surprise anyone because she's a very good tennis player as Smale. 1 run.
Yeah, and Phoebe Turner's just overcompensated there. Remember, the first ball was just a little leg side, and that was just a little bit too far outside the offside to allow the Lancashire batters just to free their arms.
Turner strides in purposefully, and she's tried to force that through, and she's got lucky there. It's gone skyrocketing over third, short third for 4 runs. Well, it's aggressive, we'll give her that. She went for it, we'll give her that, so perhaps she deserved a little bit of luck there.
Yeah, carried a little bit of luck this morning, Lamb. Thick outside edge, and it's really good bowling from Phoebe Turner because that's pretty straight lines and a good length to bowl, which nearly brought the dismissal of Lamb.
Turner in again. Pulled nicely. She's found that gap between fine and square with absolute ease. Great shot from Lamb. That's the great thing about Lamb. She doesn't let a mistake bother her, does she? She knows that was the previous shot. Seen a bad ball, still going to go for it, and that's real good mentality from Lamb.
Absolutely, and she plays this beautifully. She picks the length, rocks back, and pulls that ball behind square for a firmly struck 4 runs. And that's the mentality to have as a batter. Each ball is an event, so whatever happens in ball 1, you put it to one side and move on to the next ball.
Turner. And that's great. Do you know, that's perfect. You've got a boundary, you get a good ball from the bowler, and you just dab it and go. And these two really do that really well. It's so annoying as a fielding team and frustrating if you're the captain of this side fielding. I used to hate that when they start doing the dab and run. Steam would be coming out my ears as a captain. I hated it. Especially if my bowler's bowling so well, which Turner actually is, to be fair. That's full again, a little bit too full on this occasion. She's driven through the covers for 1. Yep, good over for Thunder again. 73. Just Steve Jones down at the moment, moving into almost the halfway point, moving into the 10th over of this T20 here at Emirates Old Trafford, and the crowd's building up. And why not? It's going to be an absolutely glorious day here at Emirates Old Trafford, so you can get yourself down here, or if you can't, get to the women's game. The men's game is on afterwards, so there's still plenty of cricket to be had here. What else would you be doing on a Sunday afternoon, eh? Come on.
No better place to be than a sunny Manchester when the sun is shining and cracking the flags, which is Scott Reed will tell you later on.
And you know what? That's from a Yorkshireman as well, guys. So well done, Paul. We've got you at last. We've got you on side at last.
I normally say it rains over here, but what a beautiful day it is.
Levick carries on from the Statham end. First ball went for a dot. Good delivery. No run.
Lancashire really building a strong foundation here, and remember Lancashire's got 3 spinners in their team, and we've seen the ball starting to spin.
Levick in the leggy. That's good footwork. No, it isn't. She's found the fielder. Smale has gone. Didn't quite get to the pitch of that ball, did she?
That's absolutely right, Alison. She didn't quite get to the pitch, and there's not much pace on this ball. We'll see the replay in a moment, and we'll be able to share with you whether that ball actually grips and spins a little bit, because it's hit the outside edge. But as Alison says, a key thing, she didn't quite get to the pitch of this ball. It just grips slightly, but not a great deal. Catches the outside edge and just lollipops up to point, and that's Seren Smale is dismissed. But what that also means, although Smale moves on, that Lancashire have promoted slightly higher up the order the Scottish international Elsa Lister, who we know has scored good runs recently in that middle order. Nice to see her be promoted and backed, and she'll be full of confidence and belief. She's a powerhouse, she's dynamic, she hits the ball very, very hard. Be interesting how this goes.
I like her as a player. She's exciting to watch, isn't she? From a spectator's point of view, you want people who are explosive like Lister. She's strong. I just hope she picks the right ball to go at, quite frankly. I always worry when players like this come on, because you feel it could go either way, but that's the jeopardy for you. That's what we want. If she's good, she's very, very good. Lister comes on to strike. Levick, canny bowler in from the sand leg spinner. Nice from Lister. He's taken a little look at Levick, decided that was too good a ball to attack. Dot ball.
Yeah, it's good length that from Levick. She's just drawing her outer crease slightly.
There you go. She's had one ball to have a look at, and she's gone for it straight away. Not quite timed it. Still going to go for a good 2 over the head of the fielder mid-off. He's got sort of a halfy mid-off. Not quite on the one, not quite on the boundary. She's moving into the ring a little bit now, the fielder at mid-off. Lister's off the mark with 2. Levick in. Ooh, that's going to be close, I feel. Umpire is unmoved.
Signs of spin again from
yeah, she's hit across the leggy there. Always a dangerous tactic, I feel. Pitched. Maybe height, poor potentially. Anyway, next one from Levick. She's cut that beautifully. Absolutely lovely shot from Lister. It's gone for 4. That's woken up the crowd, if any of them were going to doze off in the sun. They're not now. Lister's here. End of the over. It's a good one. 79 for 2.
Yeah, Lister picks length really well again, then rocks back, gives herself the room and works the ball through the offside. This time with the spin. It's really, really well played. But unfortunate for Katie Levick. That was a good over. She bowled well. And the ball before had the big LBW shout, and then the ball just slightly wide, which allows Lister just to free her arms and turn the ball away.
Well, yeah, she's another one who doesn't let a bad shot or a bad choice of shot put her off, as it could easily have done so. The positive mentality's there with Lister, always. So, a few little changes in the field, a few little changes of personnel. The fielders swap places across the green. So important to have the right fielders in the right place. I think we've got Sophia Turner, having a change of end. She's going to come towards us from the Sir Jimmy Anderson, I should say, and a bit like side. Yes, I was about to say, I think that might be called as a wide, and it is.
Slower ball to start with as well. Just releases the slower ball, didn't quite get the line quite right there, Turner.
I was surprised we changed ends for her, because she was getting it to dart a little bit from the other end, wasn't she? Oh, nice cut shot. Finds the fielder, and they're still going to go, and that's close. Don't think it's out, but it was a close run. Good piece of fielding, though.
Just a slight bit of indecision with Lister as whether she was going to go or not, but once she did set off, she got in okay in the end.
I don't think she's quite as quick as Lamb between the wickets, so she might need just to be a little bit cautious here. Sorry, as Smale, I beg your pardon. So Lamb needs to perhaps be a little bit cautious here with her running. Nice clear calls will be needed. Sophia Turner in again. Yeah, nice bowling, nice line, nice length. A little bit of movement off the seam potentially.
Yeah, lovely delivery, and that's the type of area, that's the line, that's the length. And there's just a little bit in this pitch that if you hit the seam, it can nip either way. So I'm sure Sophia Turner will be looking to do that this over.
Wide. It's been slashed down to third, 1 run. There's a clear single there. No risk for the single.
Lancashire are running now whilst the ball's still in the ring, so they're picking out the fielders in which they can run to. Katie Levick perhaps not as strong as fielder as some of the other fielders, so they'll begin to. Lamb certainly is very good from an awareness perspective on that. She'll be targeting fielders where she can.
I don't think she'd have taken that run to Villiers, put it that way. Turner's in. Oh, and that's a little bit lucky, very, very, very lucky in fact, and Levick's having to give chase to this one. And it's just beaten Levick to the boundary. 4 runs, 4 runs, 4 runs for Lancashire.
Yeah, Lamb picks up another 4 runs and moves on to 44.
There you go. Wave your flag, young man.
Of just 29 deliveries.
Great to see so many youngsters in today, enjoying this cricket in the sun. Some really good players on show, both these teams. Sophia Turner into Lamb, and again they've taken that quick single. It's good running, very good running. '87 for 2. Jones and Smale are 2 wickets taken by the away side today so far. These two are starting to get a little partnership going. Lamb on 45, Lister on 7. Oh, Lister's lofted that into space towards square leg, one run.
That ball bounced a little more for Lister and just nipped back from Turner, so we can see the challenges that the batters face, but managed to get away with that as Lister moves on to 7.
There's definitely something in it for the bowlers here, Paul, isn't it? It's a solid batting track. It's a great cricket track actually, because there's a bit for everything, isn't there?
Yeah, I think it's a good cricket wicket because it's very firm, it's hard, it's very, very dry, and that's hence the movement. When the wicket is so dry, there's a little bit more friction on the pitch, so it catches the seam grips, and then it moves laterally. So it is that type of pitch, and it'd be interesting what a decent total is on here. And thinking, moving forward to this afternoon's game, thinking about the men's game, it'll be interesting how many spinners both teams play in that game too.
Change your bowler, as you do in T20 quite often. It's Catherine Fraser, right arm off break bowler. It's been thumped out to square leg just for single. Lister thumps everything, so I'll take that verb away, I think. 1 run. Still got a heavy leg side boundary field for Lister. She does like it, that side of the wicket. There she goes again, down to square leg again. This time it's Lamb going down to square leg for 1 run.
Lamb's had a phenomenal season, hasn't she?
I mean,
county cricket.
I don't know if you heard me read out the last 5 scores, but it was just great. 60, something like 60, 66, 20, 21, 94, just consistency. Oh, and that's been lofted. Lister's gone again, gone again, gone again. Well fielded. Very good fielding on the boundary. There's that superwoman down there. Let's see. Can't see who it was. Whoever you are, 27. Can't see who it is. Anyway, and I've just been told that that's Lamb has just hit 1,000 runs for the season. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's been edged down to fine leg as we speak. Gonna pick up 2. Lister's moving along, tick-tocking nicely as she does. Moves on to 11.
Phenomenal achievement from Lamb, that, and the season
Isn't
is
it?
not done yet, is it? You know, there's still a fair few games to go, both T20 and 50 overs. So tremendous achievement so far.
Amazing. Rocks back, does Lister. She's punched that with a bit of venom towards us at long on. Long off, even. Long somewhere. She's punched it a long way for 2 runs. In from Fraser, and again they're taking on the fielder's arm. Sensibly, Armitage, captain's head on, wasn't going to risk an overthrow there. 96 for 2, moving nicely to that 100 mark. Still got plenty wickets in hand of Lancashire. Some of the batting left to come, of course. We've got skipper Threlkelt, Lana King, and then we're into the all-rounders, Darcy Carter, Tara Norris. So yeah, these two, be nice if they put on a few runs, I think, rather than letting the all-rounders have to do too much.
Absolutely, you want both of these to be at the crease going into the last 3 overs if you can, so they can bat for probably another 4 or 5 overs and really push this on. There's 8, just a reminder, there's 8 overs left in this Lancashire innings, and the current run rate, they're going at 8 and over, which if they continue at this would take them to in and around 160.
They'll be looking for more than that, and there she goes looking for more than that, and that's just been the fielder of Cow Corner. Goodness me, that was close. Isn't she going to get out, or isn't she going to get a 6? The crowd are made up. Excited, great shot from Lamb. What a way to bring your 50 up, Paul. Amazing.
Yeah, it's been a good knock from Lamb. Very good knock. Continues a run of really good form and makes a really good contact on this delivery. And the fielder was just a few rounds in from the boundary.
Oh, and again, there's cricket for you. 1 ball or 6. It's a wide on this occasion. I thought Lamb had botched that one slightly, but giving us a wide.
Which is perhaps why the ball cleared the boundary. If she'd have remained just on the boundary edge, there may have been a chance of a strong catch.
Oh, again, I think that might be giving us wide. I think Levick's playing with her a little bit. I think she's trying to make a hit a wide. Unlike Levick, usually very accurate. Now she's seen Lamb's going for a big strike here, so she's put somebody behind her, cover the straight lofted drive. No, which is just having a quick chat with her. Move the cover boundary right slightly to about her left. Levick's in again. This time she's swept to the same fielder who nearly caught her out. Lamb's moved on. 54.
Maddie Villiers out there.
Now Villiers, although she's a brilliant fielder, she's not the tallest of players, so unluckily they didn't have a tall fielder out there. If Grace Thompson had been playing, I think she'd have been in trouble. Tall fast bowler is 12th today for Durham. Levick swept to the square, just the single. Who, when I saw her field at Blackpool, Grace Thompson would have been fielding somewhere on that sort of boundary. She must have saved 20 runs. She's an exceptional fielder for a fast bowler. This brings Lamb back onto strike. She's on 54. Played that through the cover area. It's almost as if Lamb's trying to say to the England selectors, look, I'm on 54 off 30. 55 off 35 here, guys. What's not T20 about that?
the challenge for Durham here is they're just scoring so free flow. Every ball.
Edged down to final leg by Lister. Quite happy at this stage to give Lamb the strike, and why wouldn't you be? She's striking it really well.
So I'd be thinking it's a difficult one for Durham at this stage, but a mid-wicket in short and an extra cover in short, still trying to save that one, and that's also catching position.
Oh, she's gone reverse sweep. Didn't quite catch it. She'll still get a single. Fielder slides into it for it go for 2 or 4 runs. At the end of the over, 192, and during that over, of course, Lancashire reached their 100. Sort of what goes overlooked with Lamb's 50, didn't it? Sort of got out mingled in.
Lamb today has played beautifully again, hasn't she? From time to time, it's a little bit of fortune, and she's played both off the front foot and back foot really nicely. She's pulled, she's cut, she's hit down the ground, and she's also rotated strike very, very well. So, been a lovely knock for Lamb as she continues that wonderful form that she's had throughout the season.
So, Lister's just gesturing for a drink for Emma Lamb, actually. So they're allowed to take drinks at certain times throughout the game in this format, as long as it doesn't interrupt play. So potentially at the end of the next over, we'll see Lamb having a little drinky poos, and she's edged that down to the 3rd area, and it's going to go for 2. Yes, I thought momentarily it was going to ride on, but it didn't. 2 runs to the total, 111. The superstitious pull.
I don't think so.
Nah, me neither. Me neither. I'm not even going to say the N-word. Aye, aye. Now then. Yeah, Villiers is just about to bowl their 2nd ball of this over. Marty Villiers, I call her Superwoman because she's just such a threat everywhere, isn't she? Bowling, fielding, batting. Good pull shot. Has that found? No, it hasn't. I thought for a moment it was going to split the field on the leg side boundary, but it's just gone for the 1. She's another one, I think, who potentially should still, I think, don't know what you think as a former England coach, should be on the radar of the England selectors. Nice strike down the ground. Lovely use of the feet there down to mid-off. One run.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. I think any player that's a 3-dimensional cricketer like Villiers is, she bowls, she bats, she fields well. I think should always be on the radar to some capacity.
Short, dab down into short mid-wicket, 1 run. And is it given as a no ball as well there? Didn't see. No, it wasn't. Just square leg umpire's arm was wavering a little bit there for some reason.
I desperately think that Durham and the Durham captain amateurs need someone quite close on that leg side, otherwise it's an off-spinner ball and the ball's going to spin towards the leg side unless she's bowling it well outside off stump.
Oh, it's gone driven down the ground. 1 run down to Susie Bates, who haven't seen much of so far in the fielding innings for Durham, but we'll certainly see her in the batting innings.
The only plan here can be bowling outside off stump.
And that's been thumped. What a... Oh. Goalkeeper style, got half a hand to it, it's still gone for 4. She really got hold of that, as we thought. Lamb's going to get some rehydration.
That was a
change
great
of
contact,
over, wasn't it?
This with the ball this is
full toss,
really hard.
Close to being a no ball. Didn't see if it was signalled above waist height, but oh, she's frustrated because she knew she nearly had it there. Susie Bates, I think you can forgive yourself. 38 years of age. What a career she's had over the years. 10,000 odd runs for her country she scored, Susie Bates.
And do you know what? I just had a chat with her
Unbelievable.
for 5 minutes before I came up. Wonderful individual. You know, she played netball for her country as well.
No, it's basketball, I think, mate.
Basketball.
Yeah, similar.
Basketball for a country, which is pretty impressive, isn't it? Double international. Of course, Perry for Australia, played football for Australia and cricket for Australia. And, at the ripe old age at 38, Bates is still performing, scored lots of runs this season, and part of her role is helping those youngsters through and developing battership within the team.
Will you be that athletic when you're 38, Paul?
I'd love to be 38 again.
38. Do you remember that? I'm struggling.
A long time ago, for me anyway.
For everyone. And it's Sophia Turner into the attack from the Jimmy Anderson end. I was there on Wednesday night in that front row watching England get demolished. Not pretty. Nice view though.
Charlotte Edwards, the New England coach, know her very, very well. She was captain of the England team when I was coach. And, good individual, good coach, phenomenal record.
Used to play against her when she was a kid.
And I think she's a little bit of work to do there, but I have no doubt she's very, very clear on what she needs to do. So over the next couple of years, I think you'll see some real growth and development.
Glad to hear that. Oh, that's Turner. That's going up behind. Surely no. Yes, it's been given. Edged. It's Lister gone. Yeah, can't blame her at this stage. 5 overs left. She's going to go for everything, isn't she, as Lister? That's her game. Good piece of bowling from Sophia Turner.
Great bit of work by
nice
the
line
keeper as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very nice. We're going to get a chance to have a look at the replay, I think, in a few seconds. But it was a tidy little bit of work. As Lister departs for 16, in comes
Threlkeld. Captain fantastic. Set up for her, really, isn't it? Threlkeld. Nudge the singles, give Lamb the strike.
Turner ball's cross seam. And the ball bounced. Got a top edge on it. It went through to the keeper. Took a really, actually, a slightly fumble catch. It was a difficult ball because of the bounce. They're a big wicket for Durham, nonetheless. And, they'll be trying to get back into this game and minimise the boundary count. And also the challenge, the strike rotation for them, as well as Lancashire. Moved on to 119 for 3, with 5.4 overs left.
Yeah, this really is set up for Threlkeld. She likes these pressure mini innings, doesn't she? She seems to thrive on them. 5 overs, good score on the board. She's the right player to come in. Lamb's obviously going to be hot and a little bit tired out there in this heat. So she'll push Lamb for those quick singles still. Keep her going. Oh, that was quick. Don't think Lamb needed much pushing there. She was off the mark. Like a jackrabbit, wasn't she? 1 run.
Well, Lamb's fancying this. Lamb wants to be at this end.
Yes. Good point.
She's playing well and there was no hesitation. She was off the mark, called Ellie Threlkeld through and made her ground. So she's thinking she can push on her score and the team's score. Just a reminder, Lamb's on 64 of 40 deliveries.
Turner again. Oh, she went to strike that down the ground, realised the ball wasn't there and just dabbed it down to third. That's intelligent play from Lamb. Threlkeld on to strike. She won't want to hog the strike here. She'll be looking for those pockets, I think, to get Lamb back on. She's not frightened to strike a good ball though, so it'll be a bad ball 4, good ball 1. Or maybe not. Great piece of bowling though, beat the outside edge of Threlkeld.
Yeah, and that ball just gripped and bounced. I think Sophia Turner's probably bowling cross seam and just dragging her fingers over the ball. We'll see on this little replay that we've got. There we go.
Oh yeah.
And watch the ball bounce. It grips and nips back. So again, there's a lot of friction on this pitch with it being so dry.
And again, keeper standing up for Sophia Turner. 1 run. Potentially it's in the back of the mind of the batter to move their feet. End of the over, 122 for 3. A much needed wicket from Durham there. That of Ailsa Lister, who could potentially have taken this game away from Durham, I think.
I would think the bowling unit of the Lancashire Thunder will be watching each of the deliveries very, very careful, working out what's the line, the length to bowl on this pitch, when to bowl slower ball variations, because you can see that slower ball variations is getting movement and getting bounce off this pitch. We can also see that spin, every now and then one is spinning and gripping and spinning, and the ball that's back of the length has got pace in it for the seamers. So if I'm sat down there as the bowling unit, we'll be having conversations around how we bowl on this pitch to maximise the impact that we can have as a bowling unit.
Oh, I think the coaches will be having a little look at some replays on here. So the crowds, it's getting quite a big crowd actually underneath. Sensibly, a lot of them have taken cover under the point. I wouldn't like to be sat too long in the sun, as that was a dot ball there from, I think it's Catherine Fraser, who's just come on from the Statham end. Certainly is. Check the scoreboard. And that's a quick single to be taken from Threlkeld, giving Lamb the strike. Lamb's on 65 off only 41 deliveries. Very good strike rate by anyone's account. Fraser, right arm around the wicket. Place that beautifully through the gap through mid-wicket. What a lovely, elegant shot from Emma Lamb. No effort whatsoever in that.
That's a great shot. She hits the pocket. We talk a lot about hitting the pockets at Old Trafford. Gets into a good position, gets a couple of strides down the pitch, hits the ball under her eyes into the pocket with the full face of the bat, which is really important. Beautifully timed.
Lovely, lovely. Fraser, it's a bit leggy. It's going to go down to fine leg. Didn't quite get it, perhaps potentially even gloved it, but it's one run. Threlkeld's on strike. Lamb 69, Threlkeld's 3 off her 5 so far, total 127 for 3 as Fraser prepares to bowl. Big potential shout for LBW, but I think that might have been pitching outside the leg.
See what Ellie's trying to do there, because there's such a vacant gap here in this leg side. She's just trying to work the ball across into that and look for 2. So anything straight is where that's where she's going to look to go.
There you go. Well predicted. Gypsy Rose Lee to the right of me. Have you ever been to Blackpool?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
2 runs. Yeah. Well, could you buy me a lottery ticket for tonight as well, please? Thank you very much. 129 for 3. Yeah, I still think Lancashire wanting to push on from this point. It's a solid innings so far, but you just don't know how the pitch is going to play. You're convinced it's going to become a little bit grippier and a little bit harder, but it's still. I still think Lancashire want to push on and perhaps even look at 9, 10 and over from this point at least. What do you think?
I absolutely agree. I think they'll be certainly from this position targeting 170. And that's certainly what I think they're looking to do in the context of this game, because it's also developing their game and not relaxing. They've got to keep growing and developing.
It's a really consistent worm you see there. They've kept the score rate going all the way, and you can see it's been shots all around the ground from each of the Lancashire players. Dot ball, first ball this over from Phoebe Turner, who's back on from the Jimmy Anderson end. Yeah, she's one of yours. She's a Yorkshire lass.
She is. I worked with Phoebe Turner
you?
Some years ago when I was at Yorkshire, and she was just coming into the academy at Yorkshire. Good young player coming through.
Yeah, 21 now. Oh, that's slapped. She's absolutely slapped that towards the covers of Threlkeld, just the one.
Very good trainer, I seem to remember. I'm going back a few years now, but was very determined, very focused, both on her batting and bowling. Always wanted to get better. That's what I remember. Each session that she went in, I need to get better. How can I get better? How can you help? How can I do this? You know, I was really impressed with the mindset.
Yeah, it's good. Armitage is Armitage. Last time I commentated for this team, I called her Harmitage then as well. I don't know what's up with me. Armitage, Holly Armitage, because it's Holly Armitage.
Yeah.
She's come up to the stumps, put a bit of pressure on the batter. Phoebe Turner, a bit wider and at edge to short third, and Threlkeld is quickly off the mark to give Lamb a single there. Takes her into the 70s. Other way round, Lamb has edged it and given Threlkeld the strike.
So yeah, Lamb's on 69 off just 44 deliveries.
Phoebe Turner, interestingly, the keeper's gone back for Threlkeld. Good bowling, very good bowling. Threlkeld moved her feet, tried to drive it, missed the outside edge. Yeah, it's an interesting tactic, standing up for one batter and going, oh, she's coming again now. There we go. Helmet's on, caps off. Maybe she just wanted a break from the helmet for one ball and the heat, who knows.
And Lamb is often the batter that likes to get down the pitch, isn't she?
Well, Threlkeld, interestingly, did move her feet down the wicket a little bit there, so that's potentially why she's decided with the bowler to step forth. Stop those that footwork from Threlkeld. Turner. Good slap through the covers from Threlkeld for one. Sounded better than it looked, actually, that shot, didn't it? I thought it was going to go a little bit further, but it only went for one.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the fielders that they've got out the ring now. We've got a deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on, and deep cover, preventing boundaries.
Comes Turner. Full toss. Didn't really get hold of that. Some of those pesky full tosses that could have gone anywhere. They're going to go for two. They're going to go for two. And they've made it. That's really good running in the seat. You can hear the Lancashire players below us appreciated that from these two. 134 for 3. Good over from the bowler there. Turner bowled well there. Just the 5 off it.
Yeah, very good clear intent from Lamb. She's clearly wanting to score boundaries, and that's her intention, but she's wanting to turn ones into twos, and has done that remarkably well through this innings in this seat, which reflects her mindset and her fitness levels, and also her awareness of the game and the importance of ones and twos and boundaries.
134 with 3 overs left. And we're going to be joined by Scott Reed in a moment as Paul makes his way down to pitch side. Threlkeld on strike, Levick into bowl from the Brian Statham end. Fuller. It's been driven straight by Threlkeld, and there's cover on that boundary just for the single. 1 run. As the fielders being repositioned here. Captain's taking a time. Adjusting the field slightly. For Lamb. Short fine, deep backward square, deep mid-wicket, deep long on. And everybody else in the ring on the offside. Interesting. Levick round the wicket. It's gone leg side. It's been swept. It's been swept. It's been swept. The fielder's dived like a goalie. Stopped the boundary. It's gone for 2 for Lamb, and Lamb has moved. Now she's moved into the 70s.
Outstanding knot, this, isn't it?
As we're joined by Scott Reed. It's Lamb. See that replay. 73 or 46.
What a way to sign off before
Not bad.
England duty.
Not bad. Levick's in. Oh, she's gone straight. And there's a fielder there as well, but will she get it? She will. 1 bounce, fielder swoops around. 1 to total. 1 to Lamb. 74 for Lamb, 138 the total. Threlkeld is now on strike. Slightly different field for Threlkeld. There's a long off in place and a long on. Oh, stumped! What a great piece of bowling from Levick. She's bowled well today. Scott, she's got a little bit of turn, a little bit of drift. And Threlkeld's done the right thing. She's thrown the bat at this stage. There's no point hanging around.
No, absolutely not. No, it's we're still plenty to come. Back into the innings. Got to try and get as many as they possibly can here. I mean, Land's been outstanding. The rest have tried to chip in and contribute. Lister, Smale, Eve Jones.
Ooh, Lyle, that one really turned. Paul would have loved seeing that one on the replay, because that really gripped and turned and bounced.
And that is really interesting for later, isn't it, when Thunder come out and bowl here. You look at some of the spinners that Thunder have got.
Including the one who's just coming out to bat, Scott.
Yeah, absolutely. That will be of great interest. There's bounce and there's turn. Look at that bounce there as well. Great keeping.
The wicket did look rock hard when we went out before. It looked like a road, but a road with lots of spin in it.
Well, that's encouraging for Lancashire Thunder here. So Alana King joining Emma Lamb. Second wicket for Katie Levick, 2 for 27.
Levick beats the outside edge of Alana King, who, if anyone is used to spin bowling, it'll be her. I don't know how much experience she's had of facing spin bowling. Getting a taste of her own medicine this afternoon, this morning. This afternoon, are we afternoon yet, Scott?
I think we're just about.
Just about, we can say afternoon. Dot ball Great over from Katie Lovick. Only 4 off it, and of course the wicket of Lancashire captain Ali Threlkelt. And these wickets are pegging down the scoring rate a little bit here. It's gone well below 8 now. It's well, not well below, but it's certainly below 8 for the first time for a long time. 7.6 the run rate. We move into the final few balls of the innings.
Yeah, Katie Levick's bowled out, 4 overs, 2 for 27. Catherine Fraser, 4 overs, 1 for 32. Phoebe Turner, 4 overs for 31. So Sophia Turner's got 1 left, and Maddie Villiers has got 1 left. So those are the 2 we expect to complete the innings. It's going to be Turner. 3 overs, 1 for 21. Very tidy work,
isn't it? Yeah, I don't think the bowlers have done too much wrong today. I think obviously Lam has had an exceptional day out at the office, hasn't she? And she's just made the most of every opportunity. Ridden her luck at times. That's what you do as a T20 player. Sophia Turner. And she's gone for that one. I think she's picked out a fielder. She has, and you can't blame her. 2 overs left, and that is really unselfish from Emma Lamb. What a shame. What a great innings from a great servant to Lancashire Thunder and Lancashire over the years. Getting a great round of applause from the crowd. But what a wicket to get from Durham's perspective at this stage, Scott.
Absolutely is. As you say, Alison, it was a real selfless shot, wasn't it, by Lamb, playing for the team, looking for runs, not concerned about her own kind of personal scores, hitting out, trying to get boundaries, trying to keep the score pushing over. Good catch out at deep mid-wicket, but it's a fabulous knock by Emma Lamb, enjoying a magnificent season for Thunder.
Yeah, it's that girl, Maddie Villiers again. Great fielder. Now Tara Norris can hit a big ball. She likes a straight drive. Left-hander, of course, that might throw a spanner in the works. See what sort of field they're getting set up for here for the left-handed American international. Still trying to figure out her guard there. It's very rock hard. She's probably struggling to make a mark. She's got a long on, long off. Deep cover point and deep mid-wicket. As in comes Sophia Turner. Right arm around the wicket to the lefty, and she's cut that down through point. Great diving stop. Nobody behind her really, covering that 4. 1 run though. Great stop. And brings in the right-hander. Valana King, Australian international, of course. Ashes winner last season, annoyingly.
Yes. Yeah.
Less said, best man today.
Indeed. Yeah, we'll park that one to one side.
So they brought an extra player into the offside ring for King. She's gone straight, it's gone aerial, and it's gone straight to the fielder that we've just brought in. So it's good captaincy from Armitage. This isn't good from Lancashire, losing wickets too quickly here.
Just taking a little bit of the momentum out of the innings a bit, isn't it, in the back end here?
But it's good from Turner. She's bowled a little fast leggy there, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah. Might have been.
Good over this.
She's mixed it up, has Sophia Turner today. She's really deserved those 3 wickets. She's had a really good day. She's played to the conditions of the wicket. She's bowled some off cutters, some seam ups. That one looked to be like a bit of a leggy, fast leggy. Varied the pace. And the line of the length has been excellent. So well bowled, Sophia Turner. Darcy Carter comes into the crease. Tall right-handed off-break bowler. It's Scottish international, another one, even though she's born in England, hails from Scotland.
We're too concerned here about trying to hit out and trying to get boundaries. There's still plenty of runs to be had by pushing the ball around, finding gaps, trying to get 1s and 2s.
It's a big old pitch here at Emirates Old Trafford, lots of pockets. Sophia Turner in. Oh, she's got lucky there, played across the line, it's gone down to fine, they're going to push for 2. And they'll get 2, and the fielder wins her race against the ball down to that boundary. 1-4-1. 6 wickets down now, Lancs. She's smiling as Turner, yeah, so you should be. You've done very well today. She comes, elbows pumping. This time it's been driven out to the cover point area from Carter. Nice looking shot to get off the mark. Oh, beg your pardon, that was Norris. Or was it Carter?
It
Who
was
knows?
Carter,
It was
yeah,
Carter.
it was Carter.
But she wasn't getting off the mark, and you got a bit of it right. 3 for Carter, 1 for Norris. Yeah, likes a drive, does Norris. Plays very much in the arc. Turn her in, right arm around to the left-hander. Oh, there you go. She plays in the arc, now she's reverse swept, but it doesn't really matter from a Lancashire perspective because I think they're going to push for 2. Slight misfield enables them to do so with ease. 2 runs for Norris. End of the over, fantastic over from Sophia Turner. Really restricting Lancashire at this point. 144 for 6 runs, 6 wickets. Oh my goodness me! Should have had some of your coffee, Scott. As we move into the last over of the innings.
Well, these runs are important here, aren't they? I mean, if a ball here in this final over gets Thunder up to and beyond 150, that could be a good score here. This is a used pitch. We've mentioned about how dry it is, how much turn and bounce there is for spinners. Chasing on a used, dry, bouncy spinning pitch will be tricky for Durham when you look at the quality of Lancashire's bowling attack. So 150 here, well on. Could be a very good score still.
I think they just look to get a run off every ball here, not overhit it. There you go, good shot from young Carter. 1 run down to square leg. Norris on to strike. There is a tendency, isn't it, at the end of it, especially when you're batting first, to take risks when potentially they may not be there. Again, Norris is struggling to get her mark sorted. She's surveying the field. Got a deep mid-wicket. Deep long on, deep long off. Somebody on the covers, rest in the ring. Again, she's gone for that reverse sweep, but nah, never on. LBW appeal was never really on. In comes Villiers, right arm around the wicket, straight drive, straight to the fielder, Armitage. No run. It's good from Durham.
Yep, tidy stuff. Clever bowler, Maddie Villiers, experienced bowler.
She comes again, a little bit leg side. Oh, they've gone a quick. There you go. That's what happens when you've got a very young, athletic player at the other end. She's at your end of the wicket before you've even decided to run. Norris could just take her time getting to the other end. Good running from Carter, 1 run.
You know, they keep this below 150. It's not a bad effort at all. This decent kind of last 5 or 6 overs is for Durham.
Very good. Villiers going over the wicket to the right-hander. She's got bowled. Yeah, Carter played right across that, and again, you called it. Very good tight bowling from Villiers, Scott.
Yes, it is.
Bowled.
Yeah. This is a very, very good final over from Villiers. Just a couple of runs coming off, a couple of dots on the wicket as well. Might just keep Thunder below 150. Yeah, thick inside.
Yeah, very good, very, very, very good from Durham. Last 5 overs. We'll see how crucial those last couple of overs will be when we have a look at the wicket for when Durham's playing. Our friend Phoebe's in.
She is, yeah.
Tall player, big reach.
Free hit this basic, isn't it? 1 ball left. Can she find a boundary? Try and get it to 150.
Well, that would be great, wouldn't it? We'll see. What going through her head? Well, it depends what the coach has told her. They might have just said, go and get us an extra run, and they might have said, go for break. We'll see, won't we? The fielders are well back on the leg side. Same field placement as they had for Carter. Villiers is in. And obviously the instructions were to go for it. I think she's going to get 2 here. It's gone through point. Going for 2. Big long strides of Phoebe Graham. There you go. 200% strike rate, Phoebe. Get off and take that. Well done. And the Lancashire innings has finished with Lancashire reaching a total of 148 for 7. Perhaps a little bit disappointing towards the end. It petered out slightly, but it's certainly not going to be easy for Durham to chase this down.
No, it's not. I agree. I do. I think that's. I think he did kind of melt away a little bit, didn't it, at the back end of the innings. I think credit to Durham the way that they dragged it back. I reckon Lancashire are looking at something pushing 160-ish, maybe at one stage, maybe even a little bit more than that. So Durham have dragged it back with the way that they bowled in the final kind of 6 or 7 overs. But look, I think that's still a good score, and I think that'll take a bit of chasing on a pitch that's quite dry, that's spinning. When you look at Lancashire Thunder's attack as well.
Yeah, they've got some good spinners in there. You can see. There's the scorecard, very Lamb-centric.
Yes.
74, yeah. But, you know, the others played around her, enabled her to do her thing. Yeah, good total.
We did. Lamb top scoring with 75. You say it was the Jones and Smale, Lister all chipping in, but, yeah, I think...
middle order fell away slightly.
Yep, good bowling figures there in the end. Turner 3 for 27, Levick 2 for 27, 1 for Villiers, 1 for Fraser, but Villiers' final over was outstanding.
Yeah.
And you can just see, can't you? Yeah, just tailing away towards the back end the last 5 or 6 overs. But it is runs on the board for Lancashire Thunder, 149.
As I always used to say as a captain to my team when we'd had a slight bad end to a fielding and say, look, we're 148-0 up.
Liking the positive,
half time. Guys,
that.
what are you worried about? They've got to get 148 runs. We've already got them. The wagon wheel fairly evenly spaced around the ground. Most of that from Emma Lamb.
It is, yeah, and I think we won't be able to head outside and speak to Emma Lamb. I think we can we do that now? Not yet. We're not too far away.
That's if she's got to give us some time to get her breath back. It's
yes, exactly.
that sort of weather, isn't it?
But
anyway, we shall look forward very much to how Durham respond to this.
Let's hear from Emma Lamb with Fraser.
Absolutely terrific knock from Emma Lamb, 74. You must be absolutely delighted with that. It was a great knock.
Yeah, I'm delighted, but I would have liked to go more, to be honest, towards the end, and got us over 150 mark. But yeah, pretty happy with my knock. You've been in a great run of form in recent weeks. How good is it to be in a hot streak? Yeah, it's good. It's even better getting runs at Old Trafford. I like batting here, and even better doing it at your home ground. So yeah. 148, that's a good solid total. The wicket looked like it was doing a little bit for the bowlers there, so you've got a really good total to go at here. Yeah, definitely. I'm happy we got to that point, but it was very tricky to bat on, hard to get in on, so I can't wait to see our bowlers go out there. I'm going to say, hopefully you can take advantage of that now. Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to see how we go. Well done today. Thanks very much indeed for joining us, Emma. Let's bring Paul back in. Well done, Emma. Superb knock from her, 74 today. She's been in fantastic form, and she proved it again today, didn't she?
Absolutely fantastic. I mean, in that innings alone, she's gone past 1,000 runs for the season, which is phenomenal. But 74 for 48 on a pitch that's not straightforward. We know it's got pace in it, but we also know it's very dry, so it's gripping, the odd one spinning. Slow ball variations are working quite well on there, so she did tremendously well. And how much did Lancashire need her innings today?
Yeah, I mean, there is plenty in that pitch. You called it beforehand, having seen England women playing it the other night, and for the Roses game the other night as well. So there's something in this wicket for everybody, really, in terms of the bowling.
Absolutely. I mean, I still think it's a really good cricket surface, but if you bend your bat, you can get bounce. If you take pace off, it grips, because there's so dry, so much friction. The seam grips on the pitch and moves laterally. And there's spin in the pitch. So from that perspective, I think the Lancashire Thunder bowlers will have had a really good chat whilst the innings was going on to work out just exactly how they're going to bowl in this innings.
Emma was saying it would have been nice to get over the 150 mark, purely from a psychological perspective, I suppose, but 148 for 7, that's a good solid total here today.
I think it is a very good solid total given what we've seen in the pitch in that first innings, and they'll be pretty happy with that. They'll be disappointed to lose 4 or 5 wickets later on in that innings, which really stopped them getting another 20 runs or so. They may have potentially got 165, 170, which would have been phenomenal, but I think just short of 150 with the 148, I think is a good total.
Sophia Turner with 3 wickets this afternoon. Obviously we know plenty about her, but in terms of the variation, that shows you the wickets are there for the bowlers if they can bowl the right lengths and the right positions.
Absolutely, because Sophia Turner's known for bowling slower ball variations, holding the ball cross seam, and a number of wickets today were taken by those variations because it gives you a little bit of extra bounce as well as grip. So from that perspective, I think she was a pick of the bowlers, along with Katie Levick again took 2 for 27, Maddie Villiers 1 for 27, so kept things tight when they needed to. So, but I think the foundations are set for a really good bowling performance. They're going to have to field well, they're going to have to support the bowlers, hit the areas when the ball, and let's see if the Thunder can get another win, which will be the 4th on the bounce.
It's going to be tough going for the fielding unit in this heat because it's starting to get warmer and warmer now, isn't it? It's just getting really, really warm out here in the outfield.
Absolutely, it's getting hotter and hotter. You can feel it, can't you, as soon as you walk out. So it is very, very hot. So hopefully they'll have hydrated really well, covered themselves in sun cream, hopefully not their hands. but also the other thing I should say, it just makes Emma Lamb's innings so much more important, doesn't it? And incredible really, because she run hard in this heat. She hit boundaries. She scored 70 odd in 48 deliveries. Phenomenal knock.
She was fantastic, it has to be said, and laid the platform very, very nicely indeed. So Lancashire 148 for 7. The game very evenly poised, and the run chase for Durham coming up very shortly. And that means, of course, don't forget that we've got the Emirates first ball flyer. So whoever is bowling first for Lancashire in their innings, if we get a wicket off that first ball, somebody here could be on their way to Dubai. We'll keep an eye on that one. So Durham's run chase coming up very, very soon.
Two names rich in history. Barton's, our family-run business with over 100 years of experience in drinks distribution, and Lancashire Cricket, a club drenched in tradition, heritage and globally recognised moments. Since 1917, Barton's has been supplying the finest wines, soft drinks and premium beverages across the UK, partnering with world-class brands to bring unforgettable experiences to every occasion. Now, we're excited to announce we will be bringing that same passion to cricket fans at Emirates Old Trafford. As the official wine, spirits and soft drinks partner of Lancashire Cricket, we're elevating matchday experiences, hospitality and celebrations across the next 3 years. From the first ball to the final cheers, Barton's is here to make every moment one to savour. Keep an eye out for some familiar brands such as Guinness, Celavino, VK Hooch and Britvic. Barton's and Lancashire Cricket, partnership built on passion, unforgettable moments and history.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary.
Welcome to the opening day. Oh, that is a wonderful shot.
This is a call for hungry dreamers and hard-working self-believers. Success is down to more than just luck and talent. It's striving to be the best, breaking the boundaries and never giving up. Are you ready to become your best self? Are you ready to unlock your greatness? So what are you waiting for? This is Education Evolved. This is UA 92.
When I was a kid, there was no professional women's cricket. I didn't even think that women could be professional sports people.
Especially early on, it just didn't really seem like there was a career in it.
To support myself around cricket, I had to work at the petrol garage.
I was the only girl, so I stood out.
I'd love for young girls to be able to dream about being an athlete and it to be achievable.
Thanks to the Hilton funding my contract, it's allowed me to play the game that I love all day, every day.
We're like like an engine and we need to be fuelled with the right gas.
Without funding, we can't be visible. You can't be what you can't see.
As a team, it feels like we're breaking boundaries.
Thunder and Lancashire always want to put women's cricket at the forefront, and now I think that's really shining through.
It's mad to think that without the Hilton funding, like we wouldn't be playing cricket every day, training.
Well, we could be, but we wouldn't have any money.
Yeah, true.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the pitch our umpires for the afternoon, Simon Widdop and Jasmine Name. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the pitch the opening batters for our opposition this afternoon, Durham Women. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the pitch once again, Lancashire Thunder!
9 to win for Durham. Just kind of fell away a bit, Lancashire Thunder, at the back end of their innings, but what they've got is what they've got. Let's see if it's enough. Probably no margin for error, in truth. If Thunder are going to qualify for finals day, they probably have to win today, probably have to win on Wednesday, and they probably have to win again the following Friday as well to try and sneak into these top 3 positions. We'll see if 148 for 7. So if Emma Lamb's kind of anchored the innings again, 74 for Lamb. And well, it feels a bit light, doesn't it? But we don't know. It might be enough. It might be enough.
Yeah, I think also if you have a really good start to an innings and then a mediocre finish, it does seem quite disappointing. But overall, you've got to look at the bigger picture. I do agree with you. I do feel it's a bit light, but I also think there's quite a lot of variety in the Lancashire Thunder attack and quite a lot of choice for Threl Kelton, whom she can call upon. And here's one young lady who I love to watch bowl here, especially from Jimmy Anderson end. She just seems to steam in from that end, and we haven't really seen enough of her for various reasons this season. Mahika Gore, left arm, tall, over 6 foot, young, strong and determined, which we all love, don't we, eh?
Indeed we do. Just have a little bounce around the grounds elsewhere with Bears up against Hampshire today. Bears batting first, 165 for 9 from 20. It's a good recovery that for the Bears. They're in all sorts of bother early on. So Hampshire set 166 to win against the Bears. Surrey against Somerset. Surrey making 175 for 6. Here we go. Mahika Gore from the Anderson end. And bowling dropped into the onside by Bates out towards mid-wicket, and there's no run. Surrey 175 for 6 from 20, so Somerset need 176 to beat Surrey at the Oval. And the game taking place later today, the Blaze are at Essex, so we're keeping across certainly the Bears. So Surrey have already qualified, so it's the Bears and the Blaze that are of extra interest for Lancashire Thunder. There's Mahika Gore, 149 to win. And it's Susie Bates on strike, left arm over balls. And Bates just trying to find a way into the onside and force back down the ground. There's no run. That was
interesting. I don't think she liked that very much, did Susie Bates. It caught her off guard slightly, which takes some doing, getting an international of her quality off guard slightly. Yeah. That's what Gore can offer you, something different.
Yep. Get a bit of pace and bounce off this pitch, potentially. There you could go. There she is. Then again to Bates, that's turned into the onside. And there is no run, just a second game of the Blast this season for Thunder.
Yep. I wonder if she's been having a few niggles. Of course, she's probably still growing. She's only she's 18, 19. Yeah. Got to look after these young players.
Absolutely have, yeah. So halfway through the first over, could start by Mahika Gore. Sets off again from the Anderson end. Beautiful sunny day. In and bowls to Bates. Again, another dot ball turned into the onside. Again, that comes back in towards Bates. Superb start.
Really good. When you think Lancashire got, I think they got 13 off their first over.
4 dot balls to begin with. Bates on naught. Mahika Gore's got 2 fielders out on the boundary, a deep square leg and a fine leg. And then there's a ring of 5 inside the circle on the offside. Mid-wicket and mid-on as well. Mahika Gore in, bowls short and wide, but down the leg side. And called a wide by umpire Simon Widdop.
Right idea, just wayward slightly there. If she'd bowled that a little bit straighter, I think might have been a different story. I don't think Bates is enjoying this pace, quite frankly.
One without loss. Gore turns and sets off again. 2 balls to go over the first over, in and bowls to Bates.
Oh,
and
that's a nice shot.
Yeah, heaved out towards the leg side. That'll be the first boundary of the run chase. Scooped out towards deep backwards square leg by Susie Bates. She's up and running.
And that's a shame, because that was looking to be an almost perfect over from Mahika Gore. Still a good one, though.
Managed to find a way to get runs. She'd been looking to that leg side boundary, hasn't she, for in the first 4 deliveries.
Yeah.
He could go following up, making it difficult, cramping her for room, but managed to get the ball away on that occasion. Final ball of the first over of the Durham reply. Gore in and bowls to Bates. He just dropped out towards the leg side for a single this time. Well, end of the first over. 4 dot balls, a wide, then the boundary, and then a single. So 1 over gone. And Durham chasing 149 to win. 6 without loss.
Yep, so the run rate required for Durham is 7.5 per over. So in terms of keeping below Durham's run rate, that was a perfect over from Lancashire, other than having a wicket, of course. And it looks like it's Tara Norris, USA international, coming into bowl, another left armour from the Statham end. Just turning the arm over a few times, loosening the joints. Her and a fast bowling buddy Phoebe Graham helping her out. Let's see the field. It's Marlowe. Actually, Bates has kept strike there, hasn't she? So it's deep square leg and a deep fine. Everyone else 5 on the ring on the offside. Similar field for Gore. Left arm over the wicket. In comes Norris. Oh, it seemed to curve right into the pads there. Lovely little flick shot from Bates off the pads for good boundary from Durham. 4 runs. Class.
It's a good shot, isn't it?
Yeah. Timed it beautifully.
Picked out the gap. That leg side boundary.
Did indeed. Norris false starts. Tosses the ball from one hand to the other, tries again. And she comes, second over from Norris, looking to pull it back a little bit. Again, it's been driven almost identically from Bates into that mid-wicket area. Another boundary. Oh, Norris, what are you going to do? Yeah, Alana King's been sent out to that mid-wicket area. Darcy Carter's piling in from the other boundary as well to support King on that leg side boundary. So deep square leg and a deep mid-wicket. Carter's not quite sure where to go. Now she is. She's straightened up a little bit. Norris Oh, she's gone offside this time as Bates. Couldn't found the gap. Dot ball. Yeah, interesting field placements for Norris there. She's getting the ball to move into the right-hander, so it makes sense to back up that leg side boundary somewhat. Norris again, taking a run up. She comes in past umpire Naeem. Oh, that's a lovely little shot. That's gone for 4. Shot from Bates, 4 runs. Reverse paddle down to would have been point. It was made into fine leg by the change of hands.
Lovely shot.
Classy shot. 4 runs. Bates is having a field day out there so far.
Yes, yeah.
Taking a liking to the seamer. Lovely play.
She's in terrific form this season as well for Durham. She's in the runs.
Go on, how many? Let's have a look.
361 coming into this. A couple of 50s.
Wow. She's key to this Durham's innings, I feel. And that's off the legs again, but Lana King has been moved into mid-wicket and she will hopefully just keep it down to the 1, which she does. Lobs it back into Phoebe Graham to present it nicely to her bowler. You can hear and see Threll Keltis fairly animated, moving her field around. And this brings Emma Marlowe onto the strike for her first crack at the whip, so to speak. Norris in. Last ball. Oh, full toss. Wow. Marlowe's gutted she didn't get hold of that, but very nearly crept through the gap there, did that one. So at the end of that over, the score has raced on to 19. 13 off the second over, was Lancashire got 13 off their first over. That's cricket for you, Scott.
It is indeed, yeah. Good start by Durham. We'll have a little bit of a change in the commentary box. We want to take a little break and I'll bring Kate Cross in.
Absolutely, not a problem.
Because I know that Kate's...
She's having a right old gab with David Lloyd over there.
She is, yeah.
I'll wave at her. Kate!
We'll bring Kate in for a chat. For a few overs. So 19 without loss, 2 gone. Susie Bates on strike. Mahika Gore. Second over for Mahika in and ball. Just run down towards short third. Phoebe Graham goes across to a right to field. Single for Bates, moves to 19, 20 without loss. Good afternoon, Kate Cross.
Afternoon, Scott. Alison's left me a pen and paper here with some... Am I meant to score for you? Do you want me to carry it on? I can do that. I can write that Mahika's bowling this one.
Keep things up to date on your scorecard.
It's taking me back to my days at Hayward when I was... I'd need the coloured pens, though. I was really into it.
Here's Mahika Gore from the Anderson end in balls to Marlowe. That's worked away off the hip. Out towards mid-wicket for a single. Marlowe moves to 21 without loss. So you had the full colours, did you?
I was really into it. Yeah, I was quite anal about it, actually.
Were you? Okay.
I had a Perspex folder that the book went in at lunchtime, because you know what boys are like, greasy fingers at lunchtime, and I didn't want them getting chicken wing juice all over my book. So I was really quite on it with my book. It was very neat. If I made a mistake, I ripped the page out and started again.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There's Mahika Gore, balls again. Just nudged away by Bates for a single out towards square leg. So it wouldn't be a case where you couldn't possibly cross it out and just...
Oh, no.
No. Complete restart.
Do you remember the books had like a green line, a white line, a green... So if it was on the green line, no good. But the white line, you could tip X that. Yeah.
Have you still got them?
No.
No.
Maybe there'll be Hayward relics somewhere, I bet. Someone might have them.
Well, they could be worth a bit of money.
Worth a bit, yeah. They might look into that.
Get them, sign them, auction them off for charity or something. There's Mahika Gore in balls. It's short and pulled down towards the fine leg boundary for a single for Marlowe. Doubles the score, moves to 2, 23 without loss. How are you doing anyway? You all right?
I'm very well, thanks, Scott. I'm very well.
Good.
I have missed the first innings, I will admit, so you'll have to update me to, was it good score, par score?
I felt like it might be a bit
under par.
Under par, yeah.
I think obviously it was here for the Roses clash on Friday night, and I know Johnny Bairstow can make most pitches look quite easy to bat on, but it did feel like it was a belter of a pitch that night.
In comes Gore, balls again. Scooped out towards the leg side by Bates. Marlowe wanted a single, sent back. Throw comes in by Alana King towards the bowler's end. There's no run. Yeah, it just felt like it just kind of flitted away a little bit at the back end. I thought they bowled well, but there wasn't Yeah, it just feels a bit short, but you don't know, do you? You don't know until we see Durham. But it certainly looked like it was spinning. There was a bit of bounce there as well.
Okay. I think something I learned from Friday night with how Lancashire bowled at the back end of their innings and how Yorkshire then bowled.
Goring bowling to Bates, coming down the pitch, and that's pulled out towards the leg side for a single.
Was it took us too long as a Lancashire attack to go to the slow balls and take the ball wide from the stumps. So hopefully the girls will have been watching that game and learned a little bit about how to bowl on this pitch as well.
Yeah, I think when we get the spinners into it, that could be a big part. There you go. We've got the camera working there, so you can keep
It's quite. I mean, this looks like my old maths book.
It does look a little bit like a scoreboard, doesn't it? Yeah. What's the score?
24 for now.
24 with the last, yeah. 3 overs gone. Keep it more. That's shame I don't have another coloured pen for you.
I know. One of those that you click down and it's a different colour. That'd just be perfect in this situation, wouldn't it?
Would. Sophie Morris going to come into the attack from the Brian Statham at 24 without loss. 3 overs gone. Durham run chase, 149 to win. So Bates on 21. There is Morris halfway through the power play. In and bowling, reverse paddle gets set away. Bates down towards the fine leg boundary. Won't reach the rope, but she will come back for 2. Moves on to 23, and the score moves to 26 without loss. It's a big week for you.
I'm carrying on, Alison. Don't worry about it. I can multitask. Sorry, a big week. Yeah, obviously not allowed to play in the fixture today. I think Lammy was able to convince Charlotte to let her play. Excellent. From a workload point of view. It's a bit different for the fast bowlers.
Morris into to Bates, goes for the same shot and paddled away down to fine leg, but actually on this occasion she's timed that beautifully. That runs off the face of the bat and actually will skip away down towards the boundary for 4 runs. 30 without loss in the 4th.
She can be frustrating in that sense, Susie Bates, because she's got so much experience that she knows where to and how to hit that gap where that fielder isn't. I'm sure that will force a field change now. Just packing that offside a little bit more. Phoebe Graham's come over and gone into that short third. She needs to be a lot finer than that, though.
And indeed she is, just moving a few paces to her left.
I think she can be even more than that. Yeah. You've seen how fine it's gone off the bat of Susie Bates.
And bowls full toss, which is driven up towards mid-off. Oh, there's a delay here. There might be a run-out chance. A throw towards the keeper, and not the greatest. A little too high for Ellie Threlkeld. Managed to get through for 1. A better throw over the stumps could have been tricky.
You can see straight away, though, that created a different shot from Susie Bates. She gave herself some room, went to the leg side to try and open up the offside.
Bates moves to 28. So 31 without loss. We're halfway through the 4th over. And 149 is the target for Durham. It's a play and a miss. Just sneaks through into the gloves of Threlkeld, and there's no run. Marlow on 2. Not seen too much of the strike, in truth. It's been dominated by Susie Bates, who's on 28 at the non-striker's end. And Sophie Morris, left arm spin, in and bowls and driven through straight mid-on for a single. Marlow moves on to 3 with that. 32 without loss. 1 ball left to the 4th over. Brings Bates back on strike, and the field, as it was, Phoebe Graham in at that short 3rd position. So backward point, cover, extra cover, mid-off. Short fine leg, square leg, 2 on the leg side boundary. It's cut off the back foot, but fielded inside the circle by Darcy Carter, and that's the end of the over. 4 gone, 32 without loss for Durham, chasing 149 to win. So you're joining up with England, I presume, today. Or tomorrow?
Yeah, heading down today.
Nice.
Hello, Shawsy. Okay. Yeah, heading down. My taxi's actually coming at 3 o'clock, and I've not packed yet. So
excellent.
I just thought, why not pop in here and do a little bit of commentary and put myself under a bit more stress. Why not?
Yeah, why have a nice, quiet, chilled out Sunday when you can just try and cram everything in?
I was gutted that I couldn't play today. I really, really loved coming back and playing for Lancs. I feel like it's probably a summer where I've had my most appearances for the county, to be fair.
I'd like to say you've played loads this year, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been loving it.
And it's Mahika Gore in bowls, 3rd on the spin. It's pushed away, it's got through point. And Malam just at backward point, able to stop it, and they'll come shuffling back for a couple. And Marlow moves to 5, 34 without loss. That seems to have been quite a significant change this year in terms of England players under kind of central contracts and that type of thing. who have been allowed to play domestic cricket.
Yeah, I think that's something that Charlotte Edwards has been pretty vocal about, and you know, she wants people to perform at county level to put their hand up for an England spot.
In Bowles has gone. That's turned into the onside by Marlowe. There's no run.
And I spoke about it on our podcast earlier in the year. Normally when you have your winter away and you come back and you almost, it sounds awful, but you use your Lancashire fixtures to prepare yourself for England matches. And that was the first time, or certainly a long time since I've been playing for England, that it's not felt that way. It's felt like there's a real competition for places, and if you weren't putting your hand up and winning games for your county, then you know your spot at England is under a lot of pressure.
Go in Bowles again. Appeal for an LBW there. She fancied that make goal. Not too much from elsewhere. A little bit from up in the commentary box, but that was about it. 34 without loss.
Which is exactly how it should be. That's obviously the pressure that you want to be under. And what it felt to me was that it's not just getting to England or the 100 and you're feeling the pressure of those moments. It's actually all summer you're feeling that, and hopefully that's something that will then translate into our England setup. And you know, it's quite common knowledge that we struggle under those pressure moments. So I think that's what Lottie's been trying to create.
Go in Bowles short. Good bounce at that. Oh, it's flirting down the leg side, wasn't it? And umpire Simon Widdop in the end outstretching his arms to signal the wide.
And it's also created opportunities. You know, Emma Lamb lost her England contract at the end of last year and then has scored 1 billion runs this year and is back in an England shirt, really richly deserved. So, you know, we've seen it around the counties as well with Alice Davidson-Richards and Em Arlott and people like that who've got their opportunities now.
In Bowles, that's punched up towards mid-off by Marlowe. Shy at the stumps is a good effort. And they've scrambled through for one. Direct hit could have been tight. Marlowe moves to 6, 36 without loss in the 5th. 2 balls left of the over, brings Bates back on strike.
It's been a good over from Mahika Gore, this.
3rd on the spin in the power play takes a bit of doing, doesn't it?
She is used to it. Okay. I feel like that's the way that Ellie likes to use her.
Right.
I think, you know, try and get the most out of that new ball, especially at a dry Old Trafford. It will soften quickly.
In a Bowles, that's in the air by Bates, out towards the leg side. Alana King trying to get in position. In the end, it was beyond her. Falling safe out towards that mid-wicket boundary. 37 without loss, just a single in the end. Bates moves to 29. 1 ball left of the 5th. Yeah, 2.5 overs for 16, Mahika Gore in the power play is a very, very tidy effort. Final ball of the 3rd on the spin from the James Anderson end. Marlowe on strike, unbeaten on 6. It's Mahika Gore for Thunder, striding in over the wicket. Bowles again, it's full and wide and pushed away into the offside by Marlowe, but fielded inside the circle by Seren Smale. And that's a dot ball to end the 5th over, 37 without loss. 112 required, 90 balls left. So you've got 3 one-day internationals?
Yeah, 3 ODIs.
Okay.
So we start at Southampton on Wednesday and then Lords on Saturday and finished at Durham the following Tuesday, I think. So yeah, nice venues for the 3 games.
Yeah, lovely.
Gutted I didn't get the opportunity to play here last Wednesday. That's something on the bucket list still. Not played an international fixture here at Emirates Old Trafford, so it was great to see so many people here, though. It was brilliant. I know Phoebe Graham has been working in the offices all winter trying to push this ticket sales.
Okay.
And, I think she's had a great hand in trying to break that record. I'm not sure we quite did it.
I think just so, no, just under, yeah.
But still, it was great to see international women's cricket back here.
There's Norris in and bowling, fallen straight and driven down the ground by Bates, bouncing down towards the rope, and 4 runs pushes the score on to 41 without loss. I think it was 9,000 tickets, I think, sold in that region. Looked great too. I was at Edgbaston for the men's T20 match, but watching the highlights back, it did look great, didn't it, to see the ground with plenty in and some international cricket. Here is Norris and Bowles again, leading edge, caught at short 3rd, needed that Thunder, and Bates as well has gone to a key wicket. Bates departs, caught at short 3rd, and Norris strikes. 41 for 1 in the 6th. That'll be a welcome wicket, Kate Cross, for your teammates.
Yeah, it's really good bowling from Tara Norris. She got hit by Susie Bates in her first over. She went for 13 off that first one, but she's come back well here. She's actually followed her, which is it's a skill in itself when you see the batter moving around their crease quite a lot. She just tried to cramp her up for room, and just a slight error from Tara Norris. In fact, she looked just like she was indicating that could have been a slower ball, an off-cutter. She might have rolled her fingers down it. That brings Durham's captain, Holly Armitage, to the crease.
Those slower balls, those off-cutters, as you described there, Kate, on this type of wicket, I guess that's kind of front and centre of your armour, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, again, going back to that Roses game on Friday, it felt like it took Lancashire 15 overs to realise that would be a decent plan. You know, you saw Chris Green coming round the wicket to the right-handers and going right across slowly, trying to hit the wide line. And that felt like that was the only way to try and stop the Yorkshire onslaught. Obviously not taken away from Johnny Bairstow and how well he batted, but I think the pitch will have dried up a little bit more now. We've had some very uncharacteristic weather from Manchester, so it's had another 48 hours baking in the sunshine. So you'd think that those cutters might grip a little bit more.
We're seeing balls to Armitage, angled in towards the front pad and worked into the onside, where it's fielded at mid-wicket by Alana King, and there's no run. I guess, does that work with yourself, your fellow bowlers? Is it a team thing, that you kind of bowlers working together to try and work out what's best on the pitch, rather than you kind of up to the individual bowler to try and suss it out? As Norris comes in and bowls to Armitage, it's wide and carved away for 4. It's a lovely shot. Armitage off the mark with that, and Durham moved to 45 for 1.
Just a little bit of width from Tara Norris there with the offside up. She'll know it's difficult in the power play. You are trying to swing the ball, so you start a little bit wider to bring it back in, but that one just didn't offer anything. But yeah, it's something that we work really hard on, is the communication on the pitch. And this summer you'll have noticed Tara's often taken the new ball, and then I've often gone second over, and Tara will let me know if the ball's swinging.
In and balls to Armitage, drilled away, beats the dive of cover out towards the boundary. That will be back-to-back 4s for Holly Armitage. Doubles the score, moves on to 8, 49 for 1. 1 ball left of the 5th, of the 6th rather, final one for the power play.
So then I often start my over knowing if the ball's going to swing, so I can try and swing it up front. And we're always talking about the length. You know, as an opening bowler, that's your job, is to determine what a good length to bowl is on the pitch early. And then often you try a cutter and you let the next seamer know that it gripped or it didn't, or it popped or it skidded, and then that's for the next bowler to work out how they will use that.
It's turned away off the pads by Armitage. Good tumbling stop by Mahika Gore. Short, fine leg. End of the over, end of the power play. It's a very solid start, this, by Durham in the run chase. 50 for 1 after 6. And target of 149 to win. So it's under 3 figures now. It's down to double digits. 99 to win off 84 for Durham. Thunder need some wickets here.
Yeah, we've talked quite a lot as a group about trying to reduce the deficit of our power plays. So often you talk about winning the power play wins you a certain percentage of games, and it's quite a key feature for us, but it's something we've not done all that well this summer. In the Vitality Blast I'm talking here. But what we have done exceptionally well is taken wickets consistently at a low economy through the middle, so that's where we know our super strength is. So often it's not panic stations at this stage, and you've got the likes of Alana King, Emma Lamb's been thrown down, Phoebe Graham. So we've got a lot of options through the middle that we're really confident can take wickets, but also the best way to slow teams down is to take wickets, and that often slows the economy. So that's one of our big talking points as well.
Well, straight out of the power play and straight to Alana King from the Anderson end. Boundary arrivers out on the leg side, long on, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square leg. King in bowls. And that's paddled away down towards fine leg by Armitage, and a run out down towards the boundary for 4. It's such a clever shot. There's no fielder there, and she was able to engineer the ball down towards fine leg for 4.
Yeah, it's a good shot from Holly Armitage. She knows that there's no fielder there at 45, so she's taken on the risk, but you get the reward if you do get hold of it. So slightly full from Alana King. I know she'll be looking to drag that length back and give the ball a chance to spin, but it has immediately brought around the field change, and Mahika Gore goes into short fine.
This is a deep backward square leg, deep mid-wicket, and a long on. Fielder on the cover boundary too. Goes the other way this time on the paddle, Armitage, but doesn't quite get a hold of it. Scurry through for a single, moves on to 15. Correction, 14. It's now 55 for 1. We're in in the 7th. This could be a fascinating run chase, this. 94 off 82. Thunder could do for a little bit of Alana King magic here. In and bowling. Oh, it's in the air. It's over the top of the keeper, and Mahika Gore trying to get into a position to take the couch. Bounced in front of Gore. Again, the scramble through for 1. 56 for 1. Marlow moves on to 7 with that. Brings Harley Armitage back on strike.
This certainly looks like a game plan from Durham, doesn't it? To paddle and reverse paddle to Alana King.
Comes King, balls again. Just off the front foot this time. Just pushed away into the offside for a single. Good running though. Armitage moves to 15, 57 for 1 in the 7th. Brings Marlow back on strike. There's little margin for error here for Thunder because, well, in truth, they're probably going to have to win the final 3 games. That might not necessarily be the case. There's King's in and bowling. Oh, and that sneaks through. Marlow's gone. Bowled by Alana King. Off stump, just leaning backwards. Thunder looking for wickets and hoping for some King magic, and they've found some there. 57 for 2, Marlow departs. 1 for 7.
Yeah, it's a brilliant piece of bowling, but it's also a simple piece of bowling. She just kept the stumps in play. The old classic, you miss, I hit. Tiny bit of turn, not much in it really. It just looked like the wrong shot from Marlow, to be honest with you. That's another example of how Lancashire take wickets through this middle phase. We always talk about that wicket. Trying to get 3 wickets from in the power play is ideal, but if you can't, then try and be looking to be at 3 or 4 within 12 overs. So that's a great start from Alana King. Give her some confidence as well. Brings Maddie Villiers to the crease.
Just a little reminder of that, of the table here. The top 3 qualify for finals day. Surrey have already secured their spot at finals day. Bears are second with 32 points. The Blaze are third with 31 points. And Lancashire Thunder fourth with 25 points. Villiers on strike. King's in. That's turned away through square leg for a single. 58 for 2. So it's 4 points for a win. It's 5 if you can do it with a bonus point. End of the 7th over that. 58 for 2. 91 needed. 78 balls left. Thunder have got today's match against Durham to come, and then Essex on Wednesday, and then back home. But it's at Blackpool on Friday against Somerset.
Fortress Blackpool.
Fortress Blackpool. Yeah. The fact that you've got two at home as well, which is quite good, and also on Friday, which I quite like for Lancashire Thunder. You play before everybody else on Friday, so if you can get a win on Friday, it kind of puts a bit of pressure on the evening games, doesn't it? So we'll see. It might have to be 3 wins from 3 to get into the top 3 positions.
I was under the impression when we came back from our little sabbatical in the middle of the summer where we had 15 days without a game, which was random. If we won all our games, we had a really good chance mathematically of qualifying, but we absolutely had to beat the teams that were above us, which was the fixture on Wednesday at Falkland against Hampshire. So we kind of are just slowly ticking our way through and making sure that we take it 1 game at a time.
That was a fantastic run chase.
It was brilliant, yeah, obviously anchored by Emma Lamb.
It's Darcy Carter in and bowling. That's pulled out towards the leg side by Villiers. Just be a single towards that deep mid-wicket boundary. 59 for 2.
Who I saw on the way in, actually, just in the lift as I was getting up here, scored 1,000 runs for Lancashire in 2025, which is an unbelievable achievement to say that we're in July. I think she could probably double that.
It's been a stellar year, hasn't it? Carter in balls to Armitage. It's dropped into the onside to Lamb, who's at mid-wicket, and there's no run. The Bears are playing today. They're at Hampshire.
They were struggling early, weren't they? I saw they were 4 or 5 down for not many.
They recovered. As Carter's in and bowling to Armitage. That's pulled. It's in the air out towards the square leg boundary. They stop out on the rope. Just a single. So Smale with a tumbling stop.
I think that's something that I've noticed in the new Tier 1 regime this year, is that when you get a team quite a few down for not many early on.
Carter's into Villiers. Pulled away in the air, leg side, that might be 4. 1 bounce and over the rope it goes. This time does manage to successfully work it to the leg side for 4. 64 for 2 in the 8th.
There doesn't seem to be that catastrophic collapse anymore.
Right.
That, you know, you're not seeing teams rolled for 70, and I don't know whether that's just another winter of professional training or the fact we're playing on better grounds, generally playing at the bigger county stadiums, but it does feel like each team has got that.
It's a lovely shot up and over extra cover by Villiers, bouncing down towards the rope. It will be cut off. They'll come back for 2. Villiers moves on to 8, and Durham is 66 for 2 in the 8th.
Yeah, there's that ability to salvage those scores. I feel like we had a really good example of that at Leicester. I know we were on the back end of a defeat to Blaze, but I think we were 40 for 4 in the power play, and then Elsa Lister goes out and smashes 80.
It's Carter to Villiers, full of ball. It's worked her way through the onside, through wide mid-on for a single, and she'll keep the strike as well. It's the end of the over. 8 gone. So 72 balls left, 82 to win, 67 for 2 Durham. Well, in this case with the Bears today, for example, they were 40 for 4 and then 77 for 6. And they've recovered to reach, or to post a score of 165 for 9. So Hampshire set 166 to win. They're 50 without loss, Hampshire, after 6 overs. So a powerful start by Hampshire. The Bears in the top 3. The Blaze play later. They're a 2 o'clock start at Chelmsford against Essex. Later on this afternoon. Thunder can only concentrate on what they're doing here, but with, I'm sure, half an eye on what's happening elsewhere as well, if they can get the job done. Morris returns, but from the Anderson end, that's played off the back foot by Villiers, right in between the legs of Holly Armitage at the non-striker's end for a 68 for 2 as we start the 9th over. Brings Armitage back on strike. Here is Sophie Morris. Sunglasses on, and left arm round the wicket. There's that little paddle again by Armitage. She's played that shot a lot. Phoebe Graham chasing after it down towards the boundary below us. And they come back for 2. Armitage moves to 18, 70 for 2. 79 to win, 70 balls left. Live from Emirates Old Trafford on Lancs TV, or on the BBC Sport website and app, and on Sports Extra 2 as well, for this T20 fixture between Thunder and Durham. Morris bowls with the back foot muscle down the ground by Armitage for a single. Moves on to 19, 71 for 2. Halfway through the 9th over.
I always think if you can play spinners off the back foot down the ground like that, you know it's a good surface, a good indication.
Morris in bowls, a little bit flatter this time to Villiers off the front foot and just pushes away into the offside for no run. Twirls the bat, looks out towards the leg side boundary. Sophie Morris has gone for 4 so far from the first 4 deliveries. In and bowls again. Swept by Villiers out towards square leg. Just for 1. Moves to 11, 72 for 2. 1 ball left of the 8th. Brings Armitage back on strike. They've rotated nicely, these two.
Yeah, Maddie Villiers particularly, she's come out with a bit of intent, hasn't she, and put our bowlers under a bit of pressure.
Morris in, bowls driven firmly back towards Sophie Morris, and that's the end of the over. It's a dot ball to end it as well. 72 for 2. 77 off 66. It's going to be a nervy finish. It's going to be a good run chase.
That's a brilliant over from Sophie Morris. It's quite handy doing this scoring, actually. You can see what's going on. But yeah, 2 dot balls in it and no boundaries, which is the key part of it. And hopefully what that does is create a bit of pressure now. Alana King's come on. It's a great move from Ellie Threlkel. Bring one of your strike bowlers on now. Little bit of pressure on the Durham batters because they'll know that they've not scored a boundary. They don't need to panic though. The run rate is at 8s and they only need 7, so they are ahead of the game. But yeah, you'll be interesting to see what that Sophie Morris over creates here for Alana King.
Over number 10. Here is King from the Statham end, bowling a full bowl, worked back towards her by Villiers. King went leaping away to her right to try and get some fingertips on that. Couldn't quite reach it. Through they go for a single. Villiers to 12 now, 73 for 2. 76 to win, 65 balls left. Little tweak to the field, so mid-off dropping back towards the rope. It's Eve Jones. Got long off and long on. There's a deep mid-wicket, there's a deep backward square leg. Cover comes inside the circle. Here's King, little shimmy at the start of her approach and twirling away in now. Bowls and bowls Armitage on the sweep, looking to sweep. She missed, and the ball rattles onto the stumps, and Alana King gets her second wicket. 73 for 3 in the 10th.
Just what I spoke about, that Sophie Morris. They'll be giving Sophie Morris high five in this over because she's just created that for Alana King. And that's why it's important to get shuffle your bowlers, but shuffle them well, because if you hadn't brought Alana King on, then there was an opportunity for Durham to, up that run rate again, but Alana King is going to be on the money. You're going to get that from your international player. And her figures are looking pretty smart at the minute, 2 for 9.
73 for 3. Bowlers working in kind of tandem there, isn't it, for Thunder?
Bit of turn there as well, not much, but just a little bit, offering enough. It's that length that's key from Alana King, though, that top of the stumps length. That does bring the dangerous Bess Heath in. You'll see a lot of reverse sweeps, a lot of paddles, a lot of kind of powerful sweep shots. She can't stand still. She's got dancing shoes on when she bats Bess Heath. She's very entertaining to watch.
I like the busy batters. So, the slightly quirky ones that are always fidgeting around and doing stuff.
I think you have to in T20 cricket, really, because you just can't allow bowlers to settle into line and length. So I think if you can be proactive as a batter, then immediately you're putting pressure on the bowler.
King in and balls, floats one. Oh, it's a beauty from King. It has Heath playing and missing, and the ball squirts past the off stump.
For the cricket fans out there, you'll remember the delivery that Alana King bowled to Bess Heath in the 100 last year. It was one of those that pitched outside leg stump and took the top of off.
In and balls, and looks to paddle this away on the sweep down towards the fine leg boundary. Comes back for a couple. It was in fact, they might think of 3 now, just 2 in the end. It was a lovely teasing delivery, that, wasn't it, from King?
And that's when Alana King's at her best. Again, it's almost not allowing her to settle from a batter's point of view, but if she can just think about trying to really rip down on the ball and turn it on certainly on a used pitch now that's a little bit drier, then she might get a bit more out of it.
75 for 3.
I can guarantee Bess Heath went back to that delivery at Headingley. As soon as she came off, I said, unlucky mate, that's going to get replayed for a long, long time.
He taps the bat. Here's King. In and balls. It's driven firmly to mid-off. Shy comes in towards the stumps, takes Alana King off her feet from Eve Jones, and through for a single. 76 for 3.
It's an important ball, this one, because again, this over hasn't gone for a boundary. Just 4 off it so far with the wicket. So if Alana can keep this ball in the vicinity of the ropes, then it'll be a very successful 12 deliveries from Lancashire.
It's Villiers waiting for King. He's in and bowling. Oh, and that pitches and turns away. Ellie Threlcoll's reaction's an absolute picture behind the stumps as she sees that lovely ball just gripping and turning and beating Villiers. Super over that from Alana King. 10 gone, 76 for 3 after 10 at the halfway stage, Kate Cross. I've been on for 10 overs. I've dominated this. You do one more?
I'm going to do one more,
okay.
Yeah. And then I'll go and pack. And I'll keep reminding myself I've actually got somewhere to be today.
And we'll bring Alison in to join you for one more.
Okay, lovely. See, it's got. Yeah, that was a brilliant over from Alana King. I spoke about it, but followed up from a superb over from Sophie Morris as well. Do you want your scorebook back now?
Oh no, you can carry on doing that. You're doing such a good. If you're enjoying it, you go for it, Kate. If it helps you,
it
takes you back to your youth.
Yeah.
Hey, that was good from Alana King, wasn't it?
It was brilliant.
Did you not hear me screaming when that one pitched and went side the outside edge? Are you having this over or shall I, lovely?
Well, I don't do ball by ball, so I'm going to have to allow you to do that one.
Okey-dokey.
But
Good single taken there by Durham, taking him on to 77 for 3.
Phoebe Graham is into the attack for the first time today, which is quite unusual seeing. You don't often see bowlers brought in the 10th over, or certainly seen bowlers brought in the 10th.
Are you not always surprised we've gone with an extra spinner here, Kate, with seeing the pitch?
I don't think so, no, especially not with that ball from Alana King in the last over that just pitched and turned. So I think, like I said, it's a used pitch now. It's been out in the baking sun for a week now.
It's nice to see Phoebe back in the fold after a spell at Warwickshire. She's done well since she came back, hasn't she? Oh, hello, a little bit short, that one. Pulled it out to leg side. Picked up nicely by Carter. Just the one.
Yeah, she had a tough start to the season, Phoebe Graham. She picked up a little knee injury and
yeah.
And then that almost allowed Grace Johnson to do well in the second team and bring her in, and she just missed a chance and then went on loan to Warwickshire, and then since then has been in the team and been
she
performing
did all right
well.
For Warwickshire.
Yeah, she
Picked
did
up a
really
few,
well.
didn't she? Graham in from the James Anderson end. Pitched it full. She pulled it quite there to be pulled, but still only a single. Problem Lancashire have got here, as Paul was saying in my ear while you were commentating with Scott, is that really if Durham play clever here, they can do it in ones and twos.
They can, but you see it so often. If you can just keep chipping away at the wickets and just reduce those partnerships by 10-15 runs each time, suddenly the pressure is back onto the Durham players. So Lancashire will be aware of that.
Yeah. In comes Graham into Villiers, who's a danger player, and she's taken her. Well played, Phoebe Graham. You called it, you said, Kate, didn't she? She's having a good season. What do you think of that, Kate Cross?
She's doing a little celebration again, the double
Is she
arm.
doing the shimmy?
She does like a... No, she's not done the shimmy. She also didn't know she'd done that shimmy.
Did she not?
No, she hadn't realised.
So we enjoyed it. We were copying it up here.
She, what she's done really well since she's come back is she's kept the stumps in play, which is so vital in T20 cricket.
Look at that determination on that.
Looks like a little cutter as well, just rolled her fingers on it. She actually didn't keep the stumps in play there. But it was just a miss hit from Maddie Villiers and a really good catch from Tara Norris.
Yeah, I always found those really tricky when you were slightly going backwards over your head, so she did really well there.
They're just often hard to... You don't know how quick they're coming at you, so you kind of have to set yourself and then adjust at the last minute if needs be. But this has been a really good spell from Lancashire now. It's been 3 overs with no boundary and 2 wickets in the last nearly 18 balls now, so it's been a really good little spell. And like I said, if you can keep chipping away at the wickets, then suddenly that run rate can just creep up on you as a batting unit.
And that's pressure, isn't it? You're always watching the scoreboard slightly when you're batting. In comes Graham, fresh from her success. Nice and straight, driven into the covers by Heath. Just the single though. Heath, an interesting character, isn't she? She's had a sort of up and down relationship with England A at the moment with her wicket keeping, etc., hasn't she? What are your thoughts on Heath as a backup to Amy Jones?
Yeah, she's been in and around the England stuff now for a couple of years, and I mean it's difficult when you've got Amy Jones behind the stumps, who's the world's best. You know you've got to be exceptional to push her out of a spot.
Graham into Villiers. Sorry. It's Rogers now, of course, with Graham having taken the wicket. Rogers and Heath together at the stumps. Yeah, it was Heath.
I'm going to leave you now, Alison. I'm going to have to head off, yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us,
no
Kate.
Problem. Thank you
really
for having me.
It's really lovely to listen to your thoughts. And good luck with England. Go get them, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah, always lovely to hear from Kate Cross, one of our Lancashire heroes. Long-standing servant of the club, county. Good to hear that she's enjoying her games with Lancashire this season, as well as obviously putting in a stint for England. So you've got Heath on 6, Rogers fresh batter in on 1, 81 for 4. The end of Graham's first over. We've got Darcy Carter coming in, and Paul Shaw is replacing Kate to the left of me in the commentary box as a single is taken by Rogers there.
Good afternoon, Alison.
Good afternoon again.
Well, I've just noticed that the breeze that normally blows from the temporary stand to the hotel is blowing from the hotel to the temporary stand.
There you go. Change of fortunes maybe for Lancashire. Carter comes in from her second ball of this over. It's punched off the back foot by Rogers. Single.
And may well have influenced why Alana King bowled from this end.
Potentially, yeah, she did manage to get some turn, didn't she, Paul?
Mm-hmm.
Carter. Nice and straight, but too straight potentially, a little bit down leg side. Fielded well by Emma Lamb, who's in at short mid-wicket. 1 run, pressure's on a little bit more from Lancashire, after that great spell from King, triggered by a great over from Sophie Morris. And then backed up by Phoebe's first over. That's a great drive over the top of the fielder's head for 4 and straight down the ground. Great shot from Rogers. Well, we can see her intent straight from the off, Paul.
Yeah, very good shot, very brave, good base. Gets to the pitch, hits over mid-off, and that much needed 4 runs for the Durham team. Moves the score on to 88 for 4. And Heath on 8 off 8, Rogers 6 off 3.
Carter bowled it a little bit wide of stumps there, still picked up a single.
The other thing to consider is that the current run rate is 7.5, the required is 7.3, so it's about building a partnership, looking for the ball that can put away for sure, and keep rotating strike to take this game as deep as they can. This partnership's really important at this stage.
Bess Heath on strike facing Darcy Carter, a bit leg side-ish. I don't know if she got her back to that. Umpire's not signalled anything, so she's got a little fine dribble down to fine leg boundary for 4. And as a bowler, they're the ones that kill you.
Well, she just got a little bit of bat on that one. Little inside edge perhaps, which has run down to the boundary for 4 runs, but absolutely, it's just the line's too tight, isn't it? Just pushes it down the leg side. And
that's just released that pressure valve a little bit that Phoebe Graham, Alana King and Morris built up a little bit, perhaps a little bit of an experience from Carter there, but
absolutely,
the ability's there.
2 boundaries in that over, as you say. It just takes that little bit of pressure off and moves the score to 93, needing 56 now off just 48 deliveries. So if this partnership continues, from a Durham perspective, they give themselves the best chance. Really important that Lancashire build pressure, put balls together, and see if we can get another wicket. One often brings 2, doesn't it?
Yes, it does indeed, as we've just seen. And they've brought in the instigator of that little period of pressure, Sophie Morris, from the Jimmy Anderson end. Step back, crack that through the covers, and there's a chase on there. Alana King has just beaten it to the boundary and flicked it up beautifully to Phoebe Graham, and the crowd loved that bit of teamwork from the Lancashire girls down on that boundary. Well done, ladies. Good commitment. Takes the score on to 95 with the addition of those 2 runs off Morris. Threlkelt's just moving her field slightly as she's moving the cover boundary into more straighter position. So there's nobody at square on the offside, and she tried to sweep Morris there, unsuccessfully. Threlkelt swept round, stopped the quick single.
The key thing here for Morris, she's got to keep the stumps in play. The angle around the wicket means the ball might go on with the arm or might grip, keep the stumps in play.
And that's dabbed into mid-wicket. They'll be looking and turning for 2 here. Are they going to take the bowler's arm on? They're not. That's good play from Carter. The throw wasn't the best, but the speed towards the ball limited the opportunities for them to take a 2.
Yeah, very good fielding there as Carter come racing in off the boundary. Good game awareness. Understands what the situation of the game is. Picked the ball up and got it in quickly.
Heath is on strike, and Threlkelt has changed the field. She's got a point boundary in. 3 fielders on the leg side boundary, and one of them's going to be used there, or is she? No, that's gone through the field on the leg side. 4 runs. Picked a spot really well, did Heath then. A little bit short from Morris.
Powerful sweep shot from Heath, shows her power, and picks that up nicely on the leg side for hit that hard for 4 runs. And Kate Cross was talking about the power of her sweep, and certainly got that there evident.
Yeah. So that brings up the 100 as well for Durham. Always a good psychological boost when you hit that mark. 100 runs for 100 balls.
Really important here that Soph gets out of this over with minimal damage at this point. Already been about, I think, 7 runs off this over. Just 1. That's 8 off.
Oh, a little misfeel, but she's got somebody there backing her up in the form of Smale. So single taken. Takes the score to 101 for 4. At the end of the 13th over in this T20 Vitality Blast match. Crucial, of course, both sides looking for a victory, but Thunderstorm with a possibility of qualifying for that finals day. Yep, Lancashire still ahead if you look into the Manhattan in terms of what they were at equal points. Lancashire 109, Durham were 109 for 2 at this point. Lancashire 109 for 2 at this point. There you go, zigzag.
The challenge Lancashire had was
101 for Lancashire.
Losing quick wickets in those last 3 or 4 overs, wasn't it? That was a challenge.
King's in. Little dab down to short fine. Morris does the fielding. 1 run.
So this is Starter King's 3rd over, so she's got just less than 2 overs remaining. She's a big player for Lancashire on this pitch, so she'll want to maximise this over for sure.
King, second ball. Caught and bowled! It looked like at one point he wasn't going to carry, but she got down really well, got her fingers underneath that, and the smile says it all. That was crucial. As you say, Paul, wickets are going to really slow down the run rate.
That's the breakthrough that Lancashire required, getting the wicket of Rogers, who comes down the pitch actually slightly to King. Doesn't quite get there.
Oh, what a catch.
King dives forward and takes a catch, which was just about to bounce. So it's a really good caught and bowled for King, and she's now got 3 for 13 in just 2.2 overs.
Wow, there's some figures from the Australian international, but that's what you want from your overseas player, isn't it? You want them to come on and make an impact, and she certainly has today.
You can see the replay here. Yeah, it's a good catch in the end. Really good catch.
Really good. This brings to the crease Leah Dobson. She's if I'm not mistaken, she's another player who came through the Yorkshire Academy, former Diamonds player.
Yes,
top score this season, 53 against Surrey. That was way back in April, but she's not really mustered much since then. Now would be a good time for her to put a few on the board, wouldn't it?
Well, certainly Durham will be wanting that at this stage of the game, and she's relatively experienced, so they would hope that she'll add.
Straight drive, straight back to King, who's very quick to field off her own bowling. Takes a little bit of a slip there, actually. I wonder if she's rolled her ankle a bit. No, she's fine. King in again. She'll be greedy for more wickets here, I'm sure, Paul. Back foot. Just gone past Morris. She did put in the dive, but it evaded her. 4 runs for Dobson. It's a good start from Dobson.
Yeah, and a good shot. She picks length again really well, Dobson. Rocks back, sees it slightly short. Rocks back, hits through the line, and works the ball away on the offside quite nicely for a well-timed 4 runs, and a much-needed 4 runs just to ease a little bit of pressure for Durham. 106 for 5.
She comes again. Oh, that's a nicely flighted ball. Just all she could do is really defend that, and fielder swept in from short mid-wicket. Back to King, ready for her next ball, dot ball. And she comes. Again, nice and accurate. What a great over from Alana King. She ends that over, figures of 3 for 17 of her 3 overs to date. She's still got 1 more, of course. Lancashire moved on to 106 at the end of the 14th over.
Really good over from Alana King. That's the wicket. She got the breakthrough that she much needed, and the team much needed. And she's bowled beautifully today. Used the conditions really well. And the great thing is for her and for Lancashire is she's 1 over left in this innings, so she'll want to maximise that over, as will Lancashire. Pace on now from the Jimmy Anderson end as Phoebe Graham returns.
And Phoebe bowled a really good last over. She kept it really tight. There'll be a little bit of pressure on the Durham team now. Nice strike. Oh, unlucky fielder. Oh, she didn't quite get down to it early enough. It's gone for 4. It's released that pressure tap. That tap's been busy today, Paul. On, off, on, off, on, off.
It has. It was a really good contact here. Goes back in a crease, ball's full, managed to hit on top of the bounce, and beats Eve Jones. He didn't manage just quite to get down as quickly as she'd have liked, but certainly well timed. 4 runs for Heath, who now moves on to 22 of 14, 39 of 35 required.
Second ball from Graham in this over. A little bit short of that. Oh, do you know, I thought for a second the fielder was going to get over that. Oh, and Graham's been hit over the top for another 4. Powerfully. She's a strong, strong player, is Heath.
She certainly is, and she's just overcompensated there, Graham. She's gone full ball before and gone for 4, and then she's gone short this time. Heath rocked back and powerfully hit that ball over mid-off.
Power, power, power. Graham, what have you got? What have you got? Full? Oh, well bowled. Little Yorker there. Quality from Phoebe Graham. She won't let this phase her, will she? She's experienced. She's intelligent. She's got the skill set. Lancashire
need to get Heath out here, so they need to come up with a plan. to build a little bit of pressure and take the wicket off Heath. Durham require 35 off just 33 deliveries with 5 wickets in hand.
Graham, fourth ball. Short, not what you wanted. Unfortunately, that was a poor ball from Phoebe Graham. She'll know that. It really did get the treatment from Heath, who's gone on to very, very quickly onto 30 runs.
Well, Heath's a real powerful ball striker, isn't she? So she's got better at judging length, and the 2 short balls she's put away, the full ball she's been able to pull away as well. So off just 4 deliveries off Graham's over, her second over, Heath has taken 12 runs.
12 already.
Off that over.
How pivotal could this over be for Durham? Leg side, it's gone. Oh, Phoebe's got her hands to her head there. She knows it's going to go. It's gone for boundary wide.
Yes, this could be the over of the game that changes the game.
Yeah.
Ellie Threlkeld, the keeper, does her best to get to that ball.
Technique seemed to lose. Lost a little bit of her technique in that delivery, I feel, Paul.
Yeah, and at the pace that ball's delivered, it's very difficult for Ellie Threlkeld to pick that. Well, yeah, just slightly lost her action there, did Graham, but she'll be just feeling a little bit of pressure in this over. Already 17 runs gone off this over, so score now moves on to 123 for 5, 26 required by Durham of just 32 deliveries.
Okay. Something very spectacular is going to have to happen. There you go, that's something spectacular, but it's not really what I wanted. It's a 6. She's hit a 6. Heath has come into form just at the right moment for her perspective. 6 runs over deep mid-wicket. She's rocked back, created that shortness of delivery and just got underneath the ball and went for it. Swing her arms. Oh dear, the wheels are coming off a little bit for Lancashire. Lanky's got his head down there in the background.
It's a tough over this for Phoebe Graham.
1 over in T20 cricket can really make a difference. Well, that one's gone. That could easily have pierced the boundary, but quickly round. Just the 2 off that ball. 129, end of the over. It's looking very difficult for Lancashire to pull this one back, Paul.
It certainly is. That is the over of the game, isn't it? That looks like it's put Durham in a very, very strong position to win this game. But never say never. If King can come back on and take a couple of wickets in her final over, all of a sudden the game changes again, and the Lancashire players are going to have to believe that, aren't they? They're going to have to believe
Absolutely.
that, otherwise the game's already gone.
Yeah, she's coming back on. There's no point whatsoever saving her for later overs. She's got to do she's got to produce some magic now, hasn't she? If this game is going to show any sign of tipping in Lancashire's favour. So, Lana King back on for her final over after already taking 3 wickets. Got a strong leg side boundary. Full. It's been driven straight down the ground to Tara Norris. Single.
17 now required off 29 deliveries, with Durham having 5 wickets in hand. And Alana King, the very good Australian leg spinner, is bowling her last over of this innings. She's currently got 3 for 18.
King with 3 on the leg side boundary, and they've tried to dab that, and that was well anticipated from Sophie Morris down to fine leg, flat pat, sort of dab, if you like. Played that a lot today over the Durham girls, sometimes successfully. King from the Brian Statham end. It's swept, and she's got it. It's gone down to Lanky down at deep fine leg, who can't even be bothered to turn and look at it. He's so upset with himself down there.
Good shot that by Heath. She's picked up the lines 2 straight, going down leg side and a little bit full, and Heath's able to play a very, very good sweep shot behind square for 4 runs. So Heath moves on to 42 off just 21, and Durham require 13 runs from 27 deliveries.
Yeah. Something special from Alana King is needed here at Emirates Old Trafford. Lancashire being put under the cosh by Bess Heath at the moment from Durham. Pushed it straight to Tara Norris. Mid-on, just for one. Brings Dobson on to strike. He's 5 off 5 here, Dobson. King in. Oh, and that's a good ball. That's a good ball. Not quite good enough. Umpire unmoved. Wraps the pads of Dobson. I'd like to see this one again. King's coming in for her last ball this over, and for her innings actually, from her bowling spell. Just a single. Yeah. And they've seen off Alana King of Durham. And there's pretty much not an awful.
All in all, that's a very good
danger. Yeah. Shall we say at this point they can really pick this off in singles now, can't they?
Certainly can. They're in the box seat for sure. 11 runs required off 24 deliveries, but we need to mention Alana King and her spell. 3 for 24 in her 4 overs. She's done a job today, bowled really, really well, and certainly on a couple of occasions got Lancashire back into the game by the wickets that she picked up.
I think we've got to, understandably, Phoebe's been given a rest at this point. Phoebe Graham. Bringing in the spinner. Carter. Right arm. Right arm spinner. She's going around the wicket. Oh, and it's been pulled again. And there is a fielder out there. Alana King does the work just for 1 run. Scores on 139. Heath on 43, Dobson on 7, 10 balls left. Sorry, 23 balls left. They only need 10 runs, of course. It's a big ask for Carter at this stage. Second ball. She's dropped it short. And, she's only gone and done it. What a great straight delivery. A little bit quicker. She's pushed that one through a little bit and she's clean bowled her. Well bowled, Darcy Carter. As soon as Paul leaves, Lancashire get a wicket. Marvellous. He always makes something happen. Usually it's rain. But she's got the key wicket of Bess Heath there. That gives Lancashire a chink of hope, Scott.
It does. It's a chink.
It's only a tiny little chink.
Can they make the most of it? She's trying to get the game warm, wasn't she, to be fair to Bess Heath? Yeah. Which, I mean, probably she has, actually. With that innings, has probably done enough to win the game for Durham.
I'd say so, but hope is still ahead of the game.
Still going to believe.
Even if they're not ahead of the run rate.
Durham probably leaving their best form too late, aren't they? They've hit form right at the wrong end of the competition.
Yeah. Carter in. Oh, that's pushed through for a single. Out to mid-wicket. And Alana King. First run for Fraser. 9 to win. Carter. Straight driven. Oh, and the long arms of Darcy Carter. Managed to prevent that from going for a single. It was a good strike. Still 9 to win. Carter. Around the wicket, she's pushed that down to long on. They'll push for 2, but it isn't really there. Just 1 run.
Doesn't need to really force it either.
No. 8 needed. 19 balls remaining.
Yep. Loads of time.
Oh, false start from Carter. She spotted her laces are undone. Dead ball signalled. It's one way of putting the batter off. Clean bowling them would be another. Carter. Nice straight ball from Carter. She's keeping her cool here under pressure.
Yeah, it's good over this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's really good from Darcy Carter. Well done. 141 for 6 at the end of that over.
What left to bowl in this?
Not much left. 3 overs left. 8 runs to win.
Alana King's bowled out, hasn't she? I
think she has, yes. Yeah. I think Mahika Gore might have an over left if you check.
Okay, let's have a look.
But it's been entrusted to Tara Norris from the Brian Statham end. International, vastly experienced, of course.
Yeah, Alana King 4 overs, 3 for 24, so she's bowled out. Mahika's got 1 left. Tara Norris, as you mentioned, coming back into attack, she has 2 left. Sophie Morris has 1. Darcy Carter's got 1, and Phoebe Graham's got a couple to go.
I would imagine they'll bring Mahika on the other end if it goes to another over.
Yeah.
But we'll see. They still only need 8. Norris's first over and her first spell went for considerably more than 8. Norris, left arm over. Full, driven, not quite timed. Dot ball, great start from Norris.
Well, if they can try and create a little bit of pressure, a little bit of anxiety, but...
Yeah, the trouble is 4 wickets is still quite a lot of wickets to get, isn't it? If it was 1 or 2, maybe. That's been driven. Wickets! What a great catch from Eve Jones, because that came at her with some power. Well done, Tara Norris. She's clapping her hands there. The team are running in. Their hope still exists. 3 wickets to get. I can't say it's going to last the 3 overs. It's either 3 wickets or they lose here, I feel.
It's a good catch.
It's thumped towards Eve Jones, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit of pressure on that catch too, wasn't there? Can't afford to let anything drop here. Can't afford to let anything slip. Whatever chances they create, they've got to take them.
So we've got a new batter coming in.
Yeah, it won't be easy. I mean, 8 to win off 16 with 3 wickets in hand feels like it should be a bit of a walk in the park, but just trying to create a sense of jeopardy here. Thunder, they're just hanging on in there.
It's good from Norris, though.
It is.
Ball at the stumps. Phoebe Turner in. It's one of those, isn't it? You could be hero or zero in this position.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's one of those, you try and get the game won, try and hit out and get the game won. I mean, a boundary here basically wins it, doesn't it? But you're then creating potential opportunities, aren't you? You just try and nudge it around.
So is it Turner going to be the hero, or is it Norris? USA v England. Oh, it's a stalemate.
It's a
Dot ball.
Yeah, it's full and straight. Can't hit that.
Good bowling from Norris, though, you've got to say, under pressure. Stumps are in play. Yeah. Can hear Threlkelt's distinctive voice supporting her troops in the field. And she comes. Very good from Norris. Defended again. Crowd are loving this.
Yeah, they're
Can
involved.
hear they're getting involved now, aren't they?
That's super stuff. This from Norris.
Anki's hiding. Where is he?
He's
gone for a lie down. The heat's got to him.
Yeah, the pressure's got to him.
Actually, it's a bit more cloudy out there. I'm sure it's still very hot, but at least you've got some clouds to take the scorchiness away. Is that a word, scorchiness?
I like it. Let's use it. Let's use it, yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I knew he'd be annoying somebody. It's the photographer. Norris in. Great over from this. Can't you keep it up? Oh, and it's a straight ball and it's squirted. That could have gone anywhere. Just for a second, fielder at short cover was interested. But no, squirted away for a single. Right, what has she got up her sleeve for this last ball as Tara Norris? Durham needs 7. Thunder effectively need 3 wickets. Norris. It's pulled, not really timed, could have gone anywhere really. Carter's gone in, kept it to 1. 6 to win, 143 for 7, and it's gone into the 19th over, which didn't look likely at one stage.
It's a great over from Tara Norris.
What an over from Tara Norris. Now, it'd be interesting to see who she chooses to go from the Jimmy Anderson end. As you say, she has got options. Who's that striding for?
Darcy Carter, I think, isn't it? I think it's Darcy Carter.
It is. Well, do you know what? That's a good call, in fact. She had a really good last over, didn't she? Yeah. Brave call, but under the circumstances, you can understand why she's gone with Carter. She does what she does in the previous over. It'll be really tricky for Durham to get her away, and you can tell she's taking a few deep breaths there, as she should. It's a big moment for Carter. Let's have some nice positive bowling from Darcy Carter, and she comes right arm around. It's gone. They've gone for it. Has it gone? She's got a wicket. She's done it. Caught on the boundary. You can hear the crowd's delight, and I'm delighted for that young player. Great catch on the boundary. She's trying to play it cool there, but inside her little heart rate will be through the roof. Love it.
Elsa Lister with the catch.
Two Scots combine. Norris has given her a well-deserved pat on the back. They'll have played a lot of cricket together, these two, Lister and Carter. She hasn't had an awful lot of opportunities this season, but it's a good ball and a great catch. Well done, well done. Super. Game on, Scott. It's quite exciting now, isn't it? Let's see who's coming in. Let's see who's coming in.
Yeah.
Is it Sophia Turner? Just to add to the
yeah.
drama, former Lancashire player, of course. How exciting. Her little heart will be pumping as well. So, let's have a look at the field, shall we, Scott? Threlkeld is just manoeuvring her troops. She's sending out somebody to the cover boundary. She's moving Mahika Gore around a little bit fine, but fine. Two on the leg side boundary. Of course, she can't just leave them all, as many out as she wants, because they can still do this effectively in singles. 6 to win. She's moved her feet beautifully down the ground. Didn't quite get hold of it. Just for one. 5 to win. Still 10 balls to go. 2 wickets required if they're going to win this match. Or, of course, they could restrict the runs, but it's more likely that they're going to need to get these wickets, I feel. Scott.
Yes.
Carter. Again, really well bowled. Dot ball. The crowd are actually really enjoying this passage of play. It's good that Carter's been able to hold her nerve in front of a relatively large crowd, actually. It's probably the biggest I've seen for the women's game so far this season. Carter in. Again, straight ball, and she's had to sort of hike that over to the leg side. That's going to take some stopping. Well done, Alana King. Backup fielder had to practically dig that ball from under her body there. 3 to win.
It's a superb effort. King. That's the game, isn't it? That boundary wins
what
it,
a performer that young lady is. I mean, well, we won't say what part of the body it ended up in. Under the body. Another dot ball from Carter. It's good stuff, this. Straight. It's pulled. It's pulled. It's pulled. Ailsa Lister strides in. Keeps them to 1. 2 to win. And we're making it to the last over. There you go.
Well, that in itself is a great effort.
A great effort at the end on Lancashire.
Because it looked done, didn't it? Maybe 4 or 5
really
overs
did.
ago. And it should be, really, 2 to win off 6, but they've given themselves a bit of a sniff here. It's a small chance, but they've given themselves a bit of a chance.
And it's Turner and Turner.
Yeah.
Who can turn this into a victory for Durham.
Tara Norris. I think it will be.
Again, yeah. Can't say I blame skipper again, Threlkeld. I mean, obviously she could have chosen any bowler, but Norris's last over was impeccable.
It was. Same again
She's
required.
Gone with Norris, yeah. Same again, please, Norris.
Good game, this.
It turned into a really good game, isn't it?
Felt like it could be quite a tight run chase, kind of at the halfway stage. And then we saw
and then Bess Heath arrived.
Yeah, exactly, and that kind of changed the whole thing. But they've dragged themselves back into it just about. Fingertips here, like Thunder hanging into the game, just about. Just
a little close-up of Phoebe Turner there, and she's breathing heavily, as you would in this nerve-wracking situation. 21, Turner, Scarborough girl. So we've got a former Yorkshire player and a former Lancashire player at the crease trying to do the biz for Durham. In comes Norris. Bounced it. Oh, it's hit Threlkeld somewhere. And they're going to take byes here. I think it hit her on the chest, actually. Yeah, it's been given as a bye. Got a little bit of bounce there, did Norris. 1 to win. She's going to bring everybody in. Yeah, there's no point having a fielder on the boundary at this point, is there? Cool. Oof. Yeah. Rattled more Threlkeld. Durham will take the run. Norris in. Durham surrounded. One to win. Oh, well taken from Threlkeld. She'd gone for that little reverse paddle that they've gone to quite often in this match.
It's been a popular shot, though, hasn't it?
Hasn't it just? Let's have a look at the replay. I don't think she's anywhere near this. No, she missed it by miles, actually. Optimistic shout from Threlkeld. I think she knew it was in vain. And just reassembling the stumps. Norris is reattaching her headwear. Umpire Widdop jogs back into position. Actually, he's not ready. And Umpire Naeem has had to stop Norris. She's keen to get this going. Sophia Turner on strike. One to win. Oh no, please don't finish it on a wide, and they have. What a shame. What a shame. And Durham have just got 4 wins in a row, and I feel a bit worried now that might have put paid to Lancashire's chances. We're reliant on other people losing matches, I feel now, Scott. I haven't had a look at the other results and the other games that are going on around the grounds, but that's put a big hammer blow into the hopes of Lancashire of getting into finals day. But a great fight back in the last few overs from Lancashire. Real brilliant game of T20, up and down, twists and turns. 1 minute Lancashire in the driving seat, then Durham, then Lancashire, and back to Durham again. But finally, Durham have overcome Lancashire Thunder. Well played, Durham.
Yes, and a terrific knock, wasn't it, by Bess Heath, really, that swung the game in Durham's favour. The scores elsewhere, Bears are on track to win, with Hampshire chasing 166. They need 45 to win from 2.4 overs with 5 wickets remaining. So the Bears are on course for victory, which would strengthen their position in second spot, which means the Blaze, who play later today, they're at Essex, getting underway at 2 o'clock there. As you say, they need Thunder a bit of help from Essex, because if the Blaze win, then that's quite a sizable gap.
Yeah.
Between Lancashire and the top 3. But yeah, Durham with a victory today, and a good run chase in the end. I think we felt like Lancashire were a bit short at the halfway stage, and
do you know, it was a really, really enjoyable game. They're the sort of games you pay your money for, especially if you're on the winning side. I mean, Durham will be buzzing, won't they? You can tell.
Yeah, you can look at this.
Yeah,
Lancashire
and
Thunders.
they're a new team. It's their first season at this level. So any win is a great victory at this stage, because they've been thrown together, haven't they, really, this team, and they've done really, really well under coach Danny Hazel to pull that one out of the bag.
They have. I think we can get some reaction. We can head pitch side and join Fraser Date.
So close, so agonisingly close, wasn't it, Paul? We thought, as the wickets were really starting to tumble at the back end of that Durham innings, Lancashire were in for a real chance there, but it wasn't to be.
No, and the Lancashire players will be really disappointed with that. So it feels like the game that just got away, doesn't it? You know, they're in the box seat for the majority of the game, but didn't quite get over the line. So they'll be disappointed with that. But their job now is to brush themselves down and move on to the next game as quickly as possible.
Like you say, you called it when Lancashire's innings with the bat finished, that flurry of wickets just at the back end maybe cost them 20 runs, something like that?
I think that is exactly that. I mean, 148 is a reasonable total on here, and they would have hoped to defend that, but losing regular wickets in those last few overs stopped any momentum that the Lancashire batters had, and I think they'd have been targeted somewhere in the region of 165, 170, so another 15, 20 runs. All of a sudden that might have been enough. But all credit to the Durham players, you know, they got the wickets at the end of that innings, the Lancashire batting innings, got themselves back into the game and managed to get over the line here in a nail-biter towards the end.
Pretty much all but ends any hopes of getting into finals day by the looks of things, obviously, unless other things go their way. But particularly in the second half of this campaign, they'll have plenty of positives to take away from this.
Yeah, for sure. I think certainly in the second half, I think they played some really good cricket. Lots of young players have performed. Lister we keep talking about, Shirley certainly has. Darcy Carter's bowled pretty well today. Sophie Morris has bowled really well throughout the competition, so they'll be delighted in terms of those young players coming on. A few experienced players like Lamb, for example, has played really well and done fantastically well. So there'll be lots of positive takes from it, but it's really important to finish any competition, whether you're still in or out of it, strongly. They need to finish strongly in the next 2 games.
Still a couple of games to go, but unfortunately today here at Emirates Old Trafford for Lancashire Thunder, it hasn't worked out the way we would have hoped. We'll be back a little bit later on for the Lightning, the men's team, as they take on Durham men a little bit later. That one starting at 3 o'clock. But from myself, Paul, and from everybody here, thanks for joining us. Here's a look back at the action from earlier today.